With that said, God bless you guys again. Just remember that we don't hate Islam. We want to expose the lies of Islam. So today, even though yesterday we spoke about Surah 381, I've had people asking me questions outside of the app regarding why I think Islam is wrong. The reasons are, there's a huge number of reasons, but to make it more interesting, we have to present it as it is. So the question today would be, which one of these is haram? Which one of these is wrong in Islam? Wife beating, child marriage, slavery, or eating pork? One of these is going to be wrong. And today, hopefully, the Muslims will help us understand it. Just remember, guys, we don't hate Muslims. So in the chats as well, remember how to present yourselves. So in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you, Lord, to please bless this live and all those that come through, and ask to open their hearts and minds to the truth, Lord. Let them seek with open heart. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so we have a guest already. I mean, I just opened up, and there we have a guy or a girl called Relax. Relax, how are you doing?
Well, what's up? I don't like you.
You don't like me?
Yeah.
That's okay. We're not trying to date on this app.
Yeah. You're an idiot.
Okay. Anything else you want to get off your chest before we start?
Okay. Nah. That's all.
You're good.
Yeah. Don't lie about
what
Islam.
Makes me an idiot, or what is it about me that you don't like?
Because you say Islam's lies.
Okay.
And you're trying to expose it, but there's no lies in Islam.
But let's see if that's true. Okay. Are you allowed in Islam to lie?
No. Like in certain cases, maybe.
I'm asking you, in Islam, are you allowed to tell lies?
Generally, no at all.
Generally no.
Yes.
In any other way, shape, or form, are you allowed in Islam to tell lies?
If you're in a life or death situation, yes.
So you can tell lies in Islam, correct?
Life or death situation, yes.
Okay. In certain situations, are you allowed to tell lies?
Yes, to save your life.
Beautiful. So now we know that telling lies is allowed in Islam in certain situations.
Yeah. Kind of like what Western media does, right?
Okay, Western media lies all the time. What have I said about Islam that's a lie?
You said we don't hate. I remember you saying at the start of the live, we don't hate Islam. We want to expose the lies of Islam.
Yeah, I'm
telling you right now, there's no lies about Islam.
Muslims, but we hate Islam and the lies it teaches Muslims.
There is no lies in Islam.
Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this now. You say there's no lies in Islam, but you can lie in Islam, correct?
Lie in Islam? No, you can lie to save your life.
Okay, according to you now, in the 3 cases that you're allowed to lie, can you tell me, are those life and death situations when you lie to your wife about,
the second one.
Hang on. When you lie to your wife about whether she's fat or thin.
The second one. Lie in war to save your life.
The first one? Hang on. Well, give me an example on the first one. Are you allowed
I think it was about your wife there. I think it was the wife to say nice things about the wife.
Are you allowed to lie to your wife in Islam?
About to make her happy?
Okay, but now, is making her happy saving your life?
Do you mean to make her happy? I'm asking you, do you mean to make her happy?
No.
Or
you said to me that lying is
to
allowed
stop the violence and
your life is in danger, correct?
Yeah, that's the second one, right?
When you lied, hang on, slow down. When you lied to your wife, is your life in danger?
No.
So then, you're allowed to lie outside of if your life is in danger.
Not exactly, but yeah.
So you're allowed to lie to your wife and then
It's
you're
not
allowed
really
to
a
lie
lie.
in
It's
war,
not really a
and
lie.
you're
If you're lying
allowed
to
to
your wife.
lie to make people
Not
fancy
really a
them,
lie.
correct?
Did you read the hadith? Let's read the hadith.
Okay, hang
Bring
on.
you.
You,
Bring the
brother,
hadith
you
up.
telling me if you lie to your
Bring.
wife,
Okay, I'll bring the hadith.
dude, you can bring whatever you want. Listen to my question.
It's the hadith, right?
You
Bukhari,
said-
right? Let's go. Let's go.
You
with it, let's go
said,
with it.
you
Just
said
bring it up.
that, brother, you said that lying is okay if your life is in danger, correct?
Yeah.
I asked
Lying
you,
in
are
war.
you allowed to lie to your wife? Yes or
Yes.
no? Okay.
Yes.
Is your life in danger when you lie
No.
to your wife?
No.
Okay, so let's start again. Are you allowed to lie in Islam if your life is not in danger?
Yes, in cases.
So
certain
then you
cases.
just lied to me
It's still
a
3
second
cases.
ago. So you just lied to me then, correct?
I lied to you, nah.
Dude, you just lied to me. I asked you a specific question. Can you lie
Yeah,
in
specific
Islam?
cases. It's
You
one of the
said
specific
yes.
cases.
Brother, relax. You said, yes, you can lie if your life is in danger. I then asked you,
That's
are
one
you
of the
allowed
cases.
to lie
Are
to
you
your
lying?
wife?
Are you lying
You
about,
said yes. I
you're
said,
lying.
is your life in danger when you lie to your wife? You said no.
No. Yeah, so that's not lying. Prove it's lying. You're the one that's lying by saying I'm lying. I didn't lie.
Okay,
I don't know where you're saying I'm
established.
lying.
Okay, watch this. one.
That's one of the
I'll give you
cases.
another example.
I didn't say that. Oh, no other cases.
Let me give you another example.
Okay.
In the Quran, was Jesus crucified?
No.
What happened?
It was someone that took his place.
So someone else took his place, and it was made to appear that Jesus was crucified, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. When I make something appear to be something it's not, am I lying and deceiving you?
What are you saying? Allah's deceiving those Jews?
If I give you a counterfeit 10
Are you saying
pound
Allah's
bill,
a deceiver?
well, listen to what I'm saying. If I give you a 10 pound fake counterfeit money, did I deceive you? Did I give you something that wasn't?
But it's saving
real?
Jesus' life. Allah is saving
So
Jesus' life.
hang on. So there was a counterfeit on the cross, correct? And it was made to appear that it was Jesus, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so someone did a switcheroo and took the real Jesus out and put a fake Jesus on to deceive the people into believing.
Not exactly.
Jesus
Take the real Jesus. Don't twist it. Yeah, don't twist it.
Okay.
Take the real Jesus out. No, that guy was taken by.
Okay, so who was on the cross?
House.
Was it a fake? Was it a fake Jesus on the cross?
Some other Jesus. Jesus wasn't on the cross. You're making it look like he was on the cross and taken out.
Relax. So someone took the place of Jesus, correct?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. Who made it appear to the people that it was a fake, that it was the real Jesus when it was a fake Jesus?
Allah.
So Allah deceived the people. People that deceive,
that's why I asked you
at
the start. Are you saying Allah's a deceiver? Are you saying Allah's a deceiver?
You just said that. You said
no, I didn't say that. No, you're lying right now. Don't lie. When did I say that? When did I say that? When did I say that?
No, you're lying. Again.
You're lying.
Listen to my
question.
Lying.
When did I say that? You said I said that. When did I say that?
Hold on, dude. Please stop. He's saying you said it by implication.
No. He said I said it.
Relax.
By implication.
No, you're lying. You're lying about Islam again.
Relax. Please don't lie. Relax. Listen, kid. Where'd he go?
Oh, damn.
This is the guy number one. He came up, called me a liar, and then he said you're not allowed to lie, and then he said no, you can lie, and then he's God is a deceiver.
I don't know why they lie about being able to lie. Like, just tell the truth. Just say it's true that you can lie.
Did you
and
see
then
the
give.
video?
Yeah, man, I saw it. Yeah, I meant to post it on a page. I didn't get around to it. It's just. I don't know. Like, I woke up this morning. I was talking to some brothers last night, and talking to a brother last night, and I was just talking to him about like having patience with these guys, and I'm really trying my best to like be a little bit more patient and to kind of just because it'll wear you out, bro. Like,
oh, I know.
For me, it's just like I just don't understand, but I can kind of get it. I mean, if this was my religion too, I'd kind of have to come up with a whole bunch of smoke screens as well. So,
well, that's
anyways,
what I'm saying. It's a good thing that they tried to defend. Now, listen. Even if you can't fight, and you're going to protect your wife and family, and you step up to the plate and you take a punch on the chin, you stepped up. You did your best to protect your family.
Yeah, you still get respect for that.
Yeah, you did something that was worthy of some respect. Now, I would give the Muslim, he's coming up, he's trying to defend certain things. But the thing is, if I know that Mike Tyson will knock the crap out of me, I would say, do you know what? I'll stay out the ring. You got this. You got this. You. Now, to step into a live with someone and then call them a liar, ask them, because that's what he did. And I said to him, well, what did I lie about? He couldn't tell me.
Yeah, this. I mean, was it just initially on this topic, or did it just like start with just him just screaming?
He came up and said, "I don't like you." So I said, "Oh, okay." And then he said, "You're a liar." So I said, "Is there anything else you want to get off your chest?" And he goes, "No, that's it." So I said, "Well, what did I lie about?"
I mean, imagine the psychology. Like, I mean, sometimes I try to put myself in the shoes of a Muslim, and I think that if I was really somebody who did care about the truth, these things would bother me to the point to where I'm reading, I'm studying, because I do that with my own religion. Like, if there's something I don't know or something that I want to understand, I read books, I study, I read articles, I watch videos, I talk to people to understand. And if I don't feel like I find a sufficient answer, then I just do a lot of praying. And then because our God is living, the truth is revealed to me eventually. It may be through a book that I just so happen to come across, or it may be through a person, or it may be through some scripture that I read, but the truth is eventually revealed. Imagine being in a religion and I can say that with confidence because your scripture is predicated on ours. And if our scripture is telling you what to look out for with false gods, with demonic spirits, with things like that, then it stands to reason that from the book that your book is predicated on, that your God is not really the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So, I mean, if you have a religion where your God is not alive, is not living, then you're stuck when you have questions like this because you'll actually get no answers. And it's just sad.
Extremely sad. There's I just want to give a shout out. I'm not going to mention names, but someone that was for a long time attacking and arguing and saying nasty things. The same person then decided that it was enough, couldn't be a Muslim anymore. And it's funny how you watch things turn, that even now I'm getting gifts from a person that once didn't like me. It's just, I just say, God is good. God is good. People will fight. I've been fighting with this person, arguing with this person for a long time. And the funniest thing is I'm getting gifts from this person showing you that even though the person, that guy like Relax came up and he was, all attacking, doesn't like me, he still can't deny the truth.
Amen.
You can't deny it. He didn't attack the truth. He just attacked me. Khalil, how are you, sir?
Oh, what's up, bro? I'm good. How about you?
I'm extremely well, thank you. Thank you for asking. So again, today is an interesting topic because it seems I'm confused, like most other people, about which one of these is haram. So would you like to engage, my man? Tell me, please, which one of these? I'm going to read it out because the people might not see it. It's small writing on YouTube and on TikTok as well. So it says, which one of these is wrong in Islam or haram in Islam? Wife beating, child marriage, slavery, or eating pork?
Yeah, so pretty much the only one that would be haram here would be eating pork, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, you are Muslim?
Yes.
Okay, so you are saying that beating your wife is, or eating pork is worse than beating your wife?
Oh, yes. But beating in the wife has some context. It's not just you do it like as hard as you can whenever you want. There's some rules to it, man.
Okay, but you can beat your wife, correct?
Yes, correct. In some circumstances, yes.
Okay, and then child marriage is worse. No, sorry, eating pork is worse than penetrating a child, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, and then eating pork is worse than slavery, correct?
Yeah.
So can you now help us understand? What about eating pork is worse than banging a child, sleeping with a child? What about eating pork is worse than that?
I mean, this is Allah's rules. I can't really say the reasoning why he made it like that, man. But
Okay,
yeah.
so you would say to me then that you would rather sleep with a minor, a child, than eat pork.
Yeah, basically that's what I'm telling you. Yeah.
James, can I ask him a question really quick?
Yeah.
Because I'm just curious because there's a lot of people probably wondering if you're really a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The verse about striking your wife, what verse number is that?
I'm pretty sure it's 434.
What
Are you a
about the
Muslim?
verse?
Sorry, I'm just gonna ask him, man. Are you a Muslim, Khalil? Khalil?
Here, bro.
Because I don't want.
Here,
we
I have
don't
this
want-
problem a lot, bro. But you see my name, True Muslim, there because
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
follow the
matter what the name
Quran.
says.
Yeah, I follow the Quran perfectly. I don't try to hide it and try to justify it like all these other fake Muslims that claim to be Muslim, but they're embarrassed of Allah's word and feel that and they're embarrassed and cower away and try to.
Can you
You
just
know.
say the Shahada? I'm sorry, brother. I really don't want to be having.
Okay, I got you, bro. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah.
Okay. I mean, if he
Yeah.
says it, then
Yeah. Then we can
guys,
argue
I
that.
just want to say this really quick. The reason why we're doing this, and Khalil is correct on this as well. We sometimes will spend hours talking with one Muslim, trying to get them to say, look, the Quran does teach this. All we're doing is reading it and we're just trying to understand. They will fight with us for an hour and lie to us and say that it doesn't say this, just to turn around and go to another Muslim live and agree with the Muslim in less than 5 minutes. So this is why we did it. We don't want to talk to people who are pretending to be Muslim. We don't want that. We want honest, real conversation. So that's why I did that. Sorry, James, go ahead.
I agree, because the guys just in the chats as well, just know we don't pay anyone to come up and say these things. We say that these are true conversations with true Muslims, or real conversations with real Muslims. Now, I don't know Khalil. I've spoken to him before. He says he's a true Muslim. Only God knows what's in his heart, and he's a Muslim, and he's then he's an honest Muslim when we say that. So if there's any other Muslim that feels that he is a liar, or that he is adding or changing what Allah said, request. I agree with him so far, because according to the Islamic scriptures that we have, wife beating, yes. Child marriage, yes. Slavery, yes. Eating pork, no, unless in certain extreme circumstances. So I just want to know from you again, Khalil. I just want to get back to the first part of it. Can you tell me, when you say that you can beat your wife, how do you beat your wife?
Yeah,
And are you married, Khalil?
No, I'm not.
So would you beat your wife?
If I had one, I would try not to. But I mean, if she, is misbehaving like really badly, bro, and this is like the last resort.
Give me an example of misbehaving.
Oh, I forgot exactly what the verse says, but
it says if you fear disobedience. So if you fear disobedience, how would you discipline her?
Me personally, I probably wouldn't even do it. Honestly, bro, I probably wouldn't hit my wife, because it's not like I have to do it. It's just, it says you can, right? So I probably wouldn't. I would probably just not do it.
Tell me, why wouldn't you do it?
Because it comes with legal problems in America, especially. So yeah, I probably just would refrain.
Let's just say you lived in an Islamic state with the Sharia, and you feared disobedience. Would you honestly, as a man living in the West, knowing that a woman, because we taught that women are equal to us, might go against your religion, but this is what we taught. Would you hesitate, or do you think that it will be justified?
It kind of just depends on the situation, bro. honestly.
Okay. What about sleeping with a child? Does that
Depend-
appeal to you?
Like,
I mean, would you ever look at a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and go,
not for me personally, bro. Like, this is another legal thing where I'm at, so I'm not even gonna speak on this. Me
Well,
personally, I
that's
don't
what
have
I'm
a problem
saying. If
with it, bro.
Sharia takes over the US, so you end up moving to a Sharia country, would you do it? Or is it something that you think is disgusting?
No, I don't think it's disgusting at all. I think it's fine, bro. Morally, it's fine, in my opinion.
Morally, it's fine.
Yeah.
And then slavery?
Yeah, I don't know the ruling of Islam, but yeah, I would say I guess it's fine, bro. Because the Quran probably says it's fine, but yeah.
Okay, then.
Because I know Muhammad.
I
I think he might have had.
Avni, you've got an echo. So if you can just go out and come back.
Hi, am I echoing?
No, you can.
Oh,
No,
can I
you
speak?
got echo.
Oh,
Can
I'm
you
not
just
sure.
swipe out the app and come back?
She probably got a phone call or something.
Is it echoing?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, echo.
Yeah.
I think
Are
you
you
guys
in
need to
your
put
car?
yourself
Are
on
you using a
mute.
headset?
No, put yourself on mute, everyone, and then
No.
see if that works.
It's not when you talk. It's when we talk.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just drop in and I'll send you a request again.
all right, okay.
Have you got a headset on? Are you using a Bluetooth?
No, I'm not. Am I okay now?
Let me check. Nope.
No, still echo.
Try everyone mute themselves and see if I echo.
Yes, sis, that's not the. Yes, sis, that's not the problem. I know that TikTok is having this really bad echo thing. I can only be on stage if I have like my AirPods in or something like that.
Is it working now?
No, still echoing.
I'm not sure why it's echoing.
Do you have a pair of AirPods or something?
Yeah, I do. 1 second.
Put them in because TikTok has this really bad problem for some reason, but I don't know why it's doing
Is it
that.
okay now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with TikTok. They have a glitch. You might need to delete the app when you get done talking to us and reinstall it. But sorry, go ahead.
No worries. No, I just wanted to ask Khalil, like, when
Are
you're
you Muslim,
when you're
sis? I'm so sorry to jump in again. Are you Muslim?
I'm not Muslim. I'm not Muslim. I just wanted to ask, when you say these things out loud and when you actually think about it, does your moral conscience not wake up and go, hang on a second, this is morally wrong? Like, it feels like you don't even have a good understanding of an opinion of what good and evil is. And I feel like when you're saying these things out loud, like, oh, like I can't hit my wife because it's a legal issue, is there not like alarm bells going on in your head where you're not raised that striking another individual is not permitted and that there should be no justification for it because the Quran says so? Because that's just really, really wrong, and that's something that's shared everywhere. Everyone is taught from a young age, you do not strike another individual, this, or oh, you shouldn't strike your own wife. I'm sorry, but if you have a sister and you found out your sister, you know, made the smallest mistake and she got beaten, wouldn't that be a massive red flag to you? I mean, there was a case in India where a girl, forget the religions, doesn't matter, I'm not going to bring that up, she was married into a family and they stripped her of her identity and they beat her to death. The mother-in-law and her father-in-law and the husband beat her to death. Do you not listen to these stories and go, these things are wrong? And you're talking about child marriage as well, and you're saying you don't have an opinion on it. I'm sorry, but were you not taught right and wrong from a young age? And I understand that everyone has, you know, good and evil are very simple terms, but when you say these things out loud, are you not hearing yourself? Because honestly, you sound, not to offend you, but you sound very delusional to me, and it really makes me worry about the rest of this world and people's moral compasses.
Let's give him a chance to.
Yeah, let's see
I'll
what
put
he
myself
says.
on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is, if a religion is morally wrong, it doesn't make it false, correct? So, I mean, it's kind of an invalid argument, but yeah.
I knew so basically what he's saying, and I knew that he was going to respond this way. So what he's saying is, from an epistemic perspective, basically from a reasoning, from a worldview perspective, if God is real, And if God says to do this, if God is the arbiter of morality, then you saying it's wrong doesn't make it wrong because God is the standard of right. However, this is why his argument, where epistemology on this does not work. It shows an inconsistency within God. And if there is an inconsistency within your God, then he's no God at all. Because Khalil, if I was to ask you right now, what if somebody graped you? Do you think that that would be okay?
No, that would not be okay. No,
Why? What is your justification for saying that it's not okay?
because I wouldn't like it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so basically, so I'm gonna just lay out some terms. So graping somebody is having sexual. I'm just doing this for the people in the room. I know it seems very simple, but I have to write this out. Graping somebody is having sexual or sexual relations with another person without their consent. Do we all agree? Is that a fine definition of grape?
yeah, I guess
Khalil?
that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the inconsistency in your God. If your God says that it is wrong to grape somebody without their consent, but says that it is okay to grape a child, that shows an inconsistency. And the reason why it is grape of a child is because you're having sexual relations with this child without their consent. They have not reached the age of accountability to where they can say yes or no to such an
You're
act.
making assumptions, bro.
So do you think a 6-year-old has the cognitive faculties to say yes or no when asked if they would like to have sexual relations with a grown man?
Yeah, sure.
So just hang on, just 1 second. Just wanted to. So you, Khalil,
I ask
say
a question to
Muslim-
Khalil.
Hang on a
Khalil, can
second.
you say
Hang on a
Jesus is
second.
not God and the Holy
Hang on a
Spirit is not
second.
God?
Jesus
No,
isn't
Stone,
God. The
Say
Stone,
Holy
just
we
give us a
just
I
did
second.
got you. I got
we
you.
just did-
Jesus isn't
we
God. The
just
Holy
took his
Spirit isn't
Stone,
God.
okay,
Stone.
but you guys
He
say
just did the Shahada, Stone.
you say the Quran says that it's allowed to rape.
Oh my gosh, what is wrong with
Okay,
you?
Just
Stone, just give us a
relax, bro.
second. You'll
Just
get a
hang on a
Stone,
second.
Stone. You'll get a sense to talk. Just
No, I'm
give us a
telling you, the
second,
fake
Stone,
Muslims
please.
start manifesting when they hear me speak the truth.
So
You guys are hypocrites. Just like
Hang
your
on.
Stone,
Bible.
please.
I mean,
Relax,
just
bro.
wait 1 second, guys.
And Khalil,
guys,
you are not a Muslim. What Muslim says that you are?
don't mute her. Let her talk to Khalil, because
That
Khalil is the only honest
saying
person
here
up here.
that is okay that you damn lying son of
I'm not a
Satan, just
liar.
like
I'm
the
not a liar.
fucking host.
That is one thing I'm not a liar.
Pay your daddy 50 shekels. It's okay to get raped. That's what the Bible says.
You see, they get so embarrassed.
Bunch
of it,
of
bro.
hypocrites.
That's
Now
what
you
happens,
know
bro.
you're
They're not
lying,
Muslims.
Khalil.
I'm
You know
trying to
you're
tell you.
not you're not a Muslim, bro. Stop lying. You know you're
You want
getting
me to say
paid.
Surah Fatiha? Want me to say Surah?
It don't matter. You say Surah Fatiha. It don't matter.
Okay.
Hang on, just both
Say
of you.
Jesus is not
bro.
God. Say the Holy Spirit of God.
Jesus
say
isn't
you
God.
spit
The Holy
on
Spirit
Holy
isn't
Spirit.
God.
Say you spit on the Holy Spirit. I bet you don't say that
I
because
spit on
why?
the
You're
Holy
getting
Spirit.
paid. You're getting paid, bro, by James.
What are you talking about, bro? You're
You're an
tweaking. I do not know
embarrassment.
this.
You're an embarrassment.
Stone, please
You're not
try
a
to
you're not a
control yourself. She's gonna, guys,
man.
just
You
hang on a
get
second.
paid.
She's gonna run in a second,
The
right?
one-
She's gonna run. She's using a fake account. The guy's account that
You
she's
are-
using is the one that threatened my life.
You are a
So
kafir.
just remember that, right? So now watch this. Stone, would you like to
You
have a
are a
conversation?
kafir.
Stone, try not to manifest. This is why the husbands beat you in Islam. Stop talking and let's have a conversation.
You
If
are
Khalil is lying, why don't you just show him that he's wrong? Can you please do that? Can you show him that he's wrong?
Khalil is a 100% kafir.
Can you please give
Show me
him
where I'm wrong, yeah.
verses to back up what you
You
are
are
saying?
lying.
If
You are
are
liars.
saying that he is wrong.
I'm getting paid. You're an embarrassment to Islam.
Okay, now that you've got that off your
And I
chest,
will
would you
post
like
this
to?
on. I will talk to embarrass you, Khalil. You will never
Okay,
be
it's
in
all on
Muslim
YouTube,
life
Stone.
ever. You
Don't, it's
jahil
all on
kafir.
YouTube. You can go back and watch yourself, make an absolute
You should
ass
be
of yourself.
embarrassed saying that you're Muslim. You're not a Muslim, bro. You're a fucking
Okay,
Christian, just like this kafir.
Okay, Stone. If I throw one, would you circle it, kiss it, bow down to it, or use it as toilet paper? Which stone would you go kiss first? The one that was already used as toilet paper, or the one that's lying over
What are you
there
talking
not
about?
safe?
And your Bible says you guys
So
kiss rocks, stones.
now
You
let's
jahil, lying son of a
focus. Let's
Satan.
focus. Stone. Which one of these four is not allowed in Islam? I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Which one of these four?
Conversations with jahil kafirs, just
So then
like
you
the
come up now. I'm talking
He's
to
getting
you.
paid by you
I'm
Christians.
talking
Stop
to
lying.
you. I'm talking
Stop
to
lying. You
Last
guys are
chance.
embarrassing. You guys are
Last chance.
embarrassing.
Last chance. Would you like to tell me which one of these is wrong in Islam?
Which one is wrong in the Bible? Raping a woman and paying her daddy 50 shekels? Which one
You
is
see how
wrong?
stupid you are? You
I'm
see how
sorry, James.
stupid you are?
I'm trying my best, man. I was about to say something to her. I'm sorry, but I had to drop her for my sake.
Yeah, I was gonna. My whole point was this. I want everyone in the chat to notice that I gave this pagan a chance to speak. I gave her a chance. I was also my fingers on the trigger. I gave her a chance to speak to show him why what he said was wrong. But because she's just another, half brain that was sent up by her handlers, she couldn't say to him, Khalil, in a conversation, you are wrong. Let me show you why you're wrong. Instead, this half brain, this dumbness of you can imagine the things I want to say to her, but she is the reason why the number one is allowed in Islam because Allah said that these are deficient in intelligence.
I think
Allah
that was
also
Muhammad that actually said
says,
that. I don't think it was Allah. But yeah.
Listen,
you
I
think it
think
was
when people argue like that is terrible. Oh, sorry, I was just commenting on the other girl. I think that was really, really hectic.
wait,
But it shows you the
Khalil,
character of the people, though. It
Khalil,
shows you
Yeah,
the
I mean,
you
character of
said,
do you know what the thing is? When you can't engage in a conversation with a level head, and the minute you raise the minute you raise your voice, you have lost your argument completely. Because what happened there was a complete loose cannon. There was no, evidence to back up what she was saying. It was just a violation. Everything she was saying was just to violate. There was nothing coming out of what she said, and all I could hear from that conversation was spreading hatred. This can be a conversation where people just talk and ask questions, and she just took it out of hand and it was just full of hatred. I'm not really about that. That's why I muted myself.
let
Better
me
to mute
ask,
yourself.
I just want to ask Khalil a question because he said something interesting. Khalil, you said that it wasn't Allah who said that. You said it was Muhammad. What do you mean?
It was Muhammad, peace be upon him. He says that in the hadith that women are deficient in the brain or something along those lines.
Do you believe that the hadith are different than the words of Allah? I'm trying to understand.
Yes.
So
Okay.
do you follow Prophet Muhammad, or do you follow the Quran then? Because you have two contradictory things there, the hadith and the Quran. One permits something and one you're saying Prophet Muhammad said. And so which one are you following? Which one do you prefer? Which is there? Can you prefer?
No. Allah never says anything that women are deficient in the brain. I follow both. I follow Allah and I follow Muhammad.
No, the Quran
so which one has more power then? What has more power then?
The Quran says a woman is half of a man, correct?
Oh, maybe, but that wouldn't be the brain thing, which is in the hadith.
The Quran says that if you touch a woman or you go to the toilet, you must wash your hands, correct?
I'm not sure. Maybe.
Yeah, the Quran says that. So it's saying that not only are women equal to dogs and donkeys, like Muhammad said, but the Quran says that they're equal to the toilet as well. So
maybe when
Muhammad and Allah are both just as evil and just as nasty when it comes to women.
This is the point that I was trying to make to you earlier, Khalil, before that woman came up. It shows an inconsistency within your God. And you wouldn't believe that God has inconsistencies in him unless he not be a God. And what we're showing you is the same standard that you place on your own life, the same standard that you may place on the life of your mother or your sister, is not the same standard. The inconsistency is you're taking, for instance, when I gave you the example about grape, you wouldn't want somebody to grape you, or you wouldn't want somebody to grape your sister or your mother, but you yourself said that it's okay to grape a 6-year-old child.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said, bro.
But we define grape. This is why I'm very, very specific in my questions.
You'll never find anything about grape in the Quran, bro.
Hold on a second. Hold on, Khalid. I'm very specific in the way that I ask questions so that I don't straw man you guys. I asked you before we got to the topic. I gave you a definition of grape and you agreed to it. I asked you twice. Grape is the unwanted sexual relations with another person I said, if somebody did that to you, that would be considered rape. You said I wouldn't like it. You said that that's wrong. I then said, what if we do that to a 6-year-old child? You said that's not great. I said it has to be. She does not have the reasoning faculties in order to consent or not consent to such an action. That is grape.
That's
And
not a
if your
fact, bro.
God, that's not a fact.
It's not a fact that 6-year-olds can't consent to, you know.
Dude, can I ask a
deed.
question on this,
It's not a
please?
fact.
As I've just come in, is there any?
Bastards,
who's
1 second. Are you a Muslim?
I just
No. And that's what I want to
Okay.
ask. Is there any Muslims
Wait.
who is Muslim?
The guy above you
Okay,
is a
wait.
Muslim.
Kale, hold on.
I've got a question.
Hold on, bro. Bucks, please, just because it's just one of him, and there's a couple of us. Khalil, what is your evidence as to how you can prove that a 6-year-old has the same reasoning faculties as an adult?
No, you made the claim, so I want you to back your claim, bro. You're not gonna just tell me to prove it.
Let me help
You're-
you just for 1 second. Just let me see.
This
Khalil,
is
brother,
insane,
a
James,
6-year-old.
man.
Can a 6-year-old get a tattoo?
I think I'm not sure about the ruling on that. Maybe if her
No,
parents.
they
were to-
cannot. This is just stupid reasoning now, and I think you really need to take a look at yourself, because there's just no way. Now we're going down to tattoos. Absolutely not. You know, and now we're talking about consent for a 6-year-old. What 6-year-old in their right mind has developed the cognitive abilities to understand what sex even is? And now we're saying they can consent to that. Oh my God, I don't even think a 13 or
Avni, let me
14-year-old
just break this down. Avni, I'm not sure. This is why what we're doing now is showing the people. We do this not for the person on the stage, but for the audience. We want the audience to notice how someone like Khalil, who's really honest, and I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, same. I do appreciate the
So
honesty.
the thing is this, I want the people in the chats to realize that the Muslim is saying that a child at 6 years old is okay to be penetrated, but too young to decide if she can get a tattoo or not. The 6-year-old will be able to be penetrated, but needs someone to be the nanny for the evening if the mother and father decide to go, or the husband decides to go play bowling with his friends. They'll need someone to look after the child, the 6-year-old. The 6-year-old can't stay there by themselves because they're too young to look after themselves, but they're okay to be penetrated by Muslims. So I'm just showing
James.
the people in the chats, I want them to understand how a Muslim minds work compared to just a normal average person.
So Khalil, what James and I are showing you, and Avni, what we're showing you is that this is the inconsistency, because whenever you're having discussions about anything in life, and this is a form of philosophy if you did not know it, it's not about giving an answer. It's about giving an answer that's more reasonable to believe than not. And the
I hear
answers
that.
that you're giving us, the answers that you're giving us hold no explanatory power. You're just saying things, but you have no explanatory power behind it. If you won't even, no country allows this. If a 6-year-old doesn't even have the right to vote, they can't even engage in democracy. Yet you're telling me that a 6-year-old can consent to being penetrated by a 54-year-old man.
Preach.
Your explanation is less reasonable to believe than even what a 6-year-old could defend. And this is what we're telling you. You need to forsake this, dude. This is insanity.
Well, let me just jump in there. Avni, my sis, I'm going to let you go. I want to just, get Muslims up. Anything else you'd like to add before you go?
No, that was good. It was really, really nice to listen, engage. But I really enjoyed that. Thanks, guys.
God bless.
Of course.
Thanks.
God bless.
Bye.
Okay, so people in the chat, just remember, Khalil, he is a Muslim. He agrees with what the topic says, with eating pork, marrying, not eating pork, slavery, marriage, and child beating. We can't attack him because he is agreeing to what the Quran is teaching. So what we need to do is realize that this is a Muslim that actually understands what is asked of him in Islam. They can call him a kafir, a kufar, a kafir, whatever, as much as they want. I want Muslims to request, because I want the Muslims to prove that he is lying when he says, yes, you can beat your wife. Yes, you can marry and penetrate a child. Yes, you can have slaves. And no, you can't eat pork. So if there's any Muslims, because Khalil, I appreciate that you are here. I disagree 100% with you. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd put you in jail for life and I'd keep you away from the playground. But I know that your mind will tell you that you wouldn't want to beat your wife because you know morally it's wrong. You know that it's wrong. You know deep down in your core it's wrong. You know that penetrating a child is wrong. You know that in your core, but because you're Muslim, you have to take all logic aside, all common sense out the window, and you've got to follow blindly what this God, or you call him a God, of Islam is teaching. So let me bring up another Muslim.
Yeah, all the Muslims in the comments that claim to be Muslim, you guys are the real kafirs, bro. You are embarrassed of Allah's word. I'm the real Muslim here.
And if you're not a Muslim, I will drop you immediately, just so that's it. Mac, are you a Muslim?
No, I'm Christian, but I have a question, if I may.
No, you may not, sir. Sorry. The bearded one, are you a Muslim?
No, Christian.
Sorry, sir. I don't want to gang up on the guy.
Guys, please, man.
I mean, it's
Like,
okay if you bring the Christians for me. I don't care, bro. But yeah.
No,
we
bro,
don't-
we don't. This my platform is conversations. It's not a tech. It's conversations. Laith, are you a Muslim?
Hello.
Yolo, you a Muslim?
Yes, I am Muslim.
Mhm.
But before I answer this, I just want to say, when will you guys stop acting Muslims? Like, this is so stupid.
Who's acting Muslim?
Bro, I'm a real Muslim, bro. I
Khalil,
swear.
yeah, sure you
Allah,
are, sure you are. Yeah, you know, we know. But where do you guys get your morals?
Okay, wait.
Okay,
Okay, let's just start from the beginning, bro. So, where'd he go?
I'm here.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let's just start from the beginning. Striking your wife in Islam.
No.
Is
First, I
that?
want to know, where do you get your morals
Yolo,
from?
focus on the topic,
God,
brother. You
man.
came up with the topic.
I'm going to
so
answer
focus.
the topic, but I have
YOLO.
to know
Focus on
your
the
morals
topic.
from.
YOLO, if you say that we're lying, if you say that we're paying these people to be up here, then prove it. This is what we're saying.
Tell me
If
where you
you're
get your
saying,
morals from, and
my
then
God, man, I'm
tell you.
trying my best.
I mean,
Allah
just
Yasani, bro.
take
This
2
is-
seconds out. Just take 2 seconds because these idiots will drive you crazy. YOLO, please focus. If you can't focus, my man, go find a stone, circle it, kiss it, prostrate to it, throw it, or even use it as toilet paper. But please focus, okay? Now, the question is, Khalil says that wife beating is allowed in Islam. Do you disagree with him?
Yes.
Okay, in the Quran, are you allowed to beat your wife? Yes or no?
No.
Surah 434. What can you
It
tell
doesn't say
me what
beat
it
him.
says?
It doesn't say beat her.
It says strike her, correct?
No.
What does it say to her? To what?
It's
Stroke her?
about when it says you have to talk with her.
And then there's 3
Many
things you
times,
must do.
like
3 things. Keep
before.
going.
Yeah, the one that you say beat her, it says without leaving a mark, so it's not.
So hang on a
beating.
second, YOLO. I asked a question. Are you allowed to strike or beat your wife in Islam? In
Without
any way,
hurting
shape,
her.
Not
or
in the
form?
definition you said, because you
Any-
can't beat her. You
Stop
can't.
coming
You can't
up
give
and
her.
start speaking. Shut up. Don't come up and speak. You come up, you mute yourself, you wait till you introduce, okay?
I was not speaking. You were speaking.
I was talking to the other idiot that came up. Now again, YOLO. In the Quran, in Surah 434, are you allowed in any way, shape, or form to beat your wife?
Tap, not beat.
Okay, does the word say tap or strike?
Well, I don't know Arabic.
Also, direct translation from Arabic to English is actually beat, not even strike,
Yeah,
bro.
the
So this guy's
direct
full. Huh?
translation, yes. But the
Man,
translation
God,
can be
James, you
wrong.
gotta laugh sometimes, man. I swear to God, you don't know Arabic, yet you're gonna tell us what it doesn't say.
Yeah, but I know
He's
people
Shuyani,
that know
embarrassed. That's it.
Arabic.
But he's
Shoo,
embarrassed. He's
People that
scared.
know Arabic.
شوياني هذه الكلمة واضربهن. فضل. What does that mean, dude?
You
The
just
word,
speak Arabic
the,
to me
the,
when I
the
say I
word,
do not
the,
understand Arabic.
the exact, that's the point. This is the point I'm trying to make. You're gonna try to tell us what it, let me stop. You're gonna try to tell us what it doesn't say, but you don't speak the language.
I just told you I know people that know Arabic. Like there's people.
Well, then
that
bring
I
them.
listen
Well,
to.
then bring them. Bring them. If you can't
They're not
defend it,
here.
why are you up here?
But
Why
I
are you
can't
up here,
defend the
dude?
slavery thing. Wait, about the slavery. I can tell you. What does it say? What's slave in? How do you treat your slaves in Islam?
Wait, so are you saying that? Wait, so are you first agreeing that you can own slaves in Islam?
Yes, not now, not now. At the times of when there was wars
When was
and
that
stuff.
verse? When was that verse abrogated?
What verse?
The verse in the Quran that says you can own slaves. When was it abrogated?
It was not abrogated. It came when there was wars, and when, of course, you're not gonna let your slaves free. But I'm talking about how do you treat them.
Okay, but I just asked you, bro. I said, James,
comes
I don't know.
Listen,
You're so much better
we
at
jump
this than
from the
I am,
strike.
man.
Watch this. Because YOLO is
Can't
not
do it, man.
smart. YOLO isn't a good Muslim or smart Muslim. He's just Muslim. Watch this. Allah. Do you speak Arabic, correct?
Little bit. I wouldn't say that I speak it, but I do understand a little bit. I'm still
Are you
learning.
allowed in Islam to beat your wife? Please turn the music off in the background. Whoever's got music
Why?
on, this is
Why do
haram.
you wanna throw the question at me, brother? I already got through that, bro.
So I'm asking you again. In Islam, are you allowed to beat your wife?
With certain boundaries, yes.
Okay, so you agree with Khalil that you can beat your wife. According to Islam,
With
are you
boundaries,
allowed
yes.
to marry children?
In the past, yes.
Can you turn the music off in the back, please? It's really bad music. Can you?
It's not
Okay,
bad,
so
it's
in the
bad.
past,
Sorry,
it
just
sounds
apologize.
like someone's crying, bro. So you said in the past you're allowed to marry children, correct?
Okay, but I have to
Are you
pull up
allowed
the.
in Islam to marry children?
Can you give me reference where that is mentioned? Sorry.
No,
Surah
stop running, bro.
65:4.
Stop.
Where?
Surah 65:4.
65:4. 65:4. So no, cause so we can on the same page. I just don't want anything else to be
So
misunderstood.
okay. So watch this, Khalil. Watch how your Muslim brothers are gonna lie now. In 65:4, can you tell me the three different women that has been mentioned over there?
One, that are on menstruation. Second, that though in case you're waiting for the period in 3 months, for those who are not menstruated.
Okay, let's just focus on them. Those that have not yet menstruated. Who
Okay.
has not yet menstruated?
It talks about to wait in 3 months after having
Who
boom boom,
is
right?
the group of female that have not yet menstruated?
Probably those who are pregnant.
Wrong, bro.
The last one is the
Oh,
pregnant. There's
just
three
little,
groups.
like-
Listen, don't talk Allah. Just be quiet and listen. The first group are those that are too old. The last group are those that are pregnant. The middle group are talking about those that have not yet menstruated. Who has not yet menstruated?
You give me a second. Give me a second. You're reading 65:4, right?
65:4.
As for your woman, okay, let me read it out, right? As for your woman past the age of menstruation, it's talking about all the women.
Stop there. Who are the women past the age of menstruation?
I assume after the age of
older.
puberty.
They
No,
are the
after
older. Those that are in menopause, they are old.
Okay, brother, can I say something if you don't mind?
Sure.
Like when I speak, please don't interfere. It's really irritating. Okay, so what I was saying, brother, is let me finish. So what I was saying, brother, is that as for your woman past the age of menstruation, so it's basically anybody who's past the age of menstruation, right? Old woman.
Right, next group. And
in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months.
Okay, and
those who have not menstruated as well.
Stop there. Who has not menstruated? And the word is yet. Who has not menstruated yet? Has ever menstruated?
Those who have not menstruated as well.
Who are those people?
I assume those who have not menstruated. For example, there is a group of women that do not menstruate, right? Have you heard about the phenomenon?
Okay, have you heard of a guy?
Very rare, bro. What do you mean?
It's okay, Khalil. We do this every day to try and educate the liars. Liars will come here to get educated. Have you heard of Ibn Abbas?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see if Ibn Abbas agrees with you. He says, and such of your woman as despair of menstruation because of old age. If in doubt, so it's because of old age. If you in doubt about their waiting period, their period of waiting will be 3 months. Upon which another man asked, O Messenger of Allah, what about the waiting period for those who do not have menstruation because they are too young, along with those who have it because of young age? Did you understand that?
Yeah, I'm following.
Okay, so they're too young, they have young age, correct? So it's not a special case like Haq in the chat is saying. It's not talking about special privileges for certain people. We're talking about those that have not reached menstruation because they're too young. Have you heard of Jalalain? Stop talking. Have you heard of Jalalain?
Can I speak? Then I will
No,
give you
I'm not
answer.
done
Right?
yet. I'm not done yet. Have you heard of Jalalain?
I will answer you, brother. If I
Have
can
you
speak.
heard of Jalalain?
Bro, this is the first time, brother.
You never heard of Jalalain. Have you heard of Ibn Kathir?
Yeah, I've heard about
Okay,
him.
let's see what he says. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. Now I'm asking again, the second group of female that have not yet menstruated, who are we talking about?
Listen,
it's on
the
the
thing
bloody
is that
screen. I'm trying to help you on the screen. What type of girl are we talking about that has not yet reached the years of menstruation?
yeah, just give me a minute. I'm getting there.
It's in front of you. Open your eyes and you'll see.
Below 15.
Idiot. It's on the screen. What type of girl are we talking about that has not yet reached the years of menstruation?
Excuse me. First of all, don't call me
Idiot.
idiot. That's your father.
Idiot.
Second of all,
answer the bloody question, you filthy lying idiot.
Brother, I can. Yeah, you are a liar, bro. You are a big liar.
No, listen.
By the way, since you Christians are so smart, why don't you guys compare? Like compare what slaves and Christianity.
Sorry, James, I had to drop it.
I was about to drop. I just needed a quick time out there. I needed to get me some liquid. Guys, remember to keep yourself hydrated. The problem is that when you don't keep yourself hydrated, you become like me, a little cranky. I apologize once again. I think I do many apologies. I feel like Muhammad, asking for forgiveness 1,000 times a day. He said that the young are those under 50. MashaAllah. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Make it make sense. Okay. I think you had echo, bro.
So the verse you just showed, the Quran, if you go to the Quran, I don't know where you pulled this translation from. If you don't have another translation, you'll find the word nisa, which is used for women, not for children.
Beautiful. If I can show you verses in the Quran where nisa is used for little girls, would you then concede?
Yeah, could you show me those verses?
Absolutely. You've got an echo.
Flag. You've got to, if you're using a Bluetooth or if you're in your car or something, you might want to switch.
Let me see. Is it 247, 124, 249? Let's go to 249. Baqarah 49. Can you go to 249 and tell me what's being mentioned there, please?
God bless you, brother.
Hey, good morning,
Hey,
guys.
Mr. G. God bless.
127 is probably the best one.
Yeah, 127 and 249 are the best ones, right?
249 is saying women.
Go to the Arabic. And then go to 4127. 4127, and you'll notice it again. It's talking about little girls.
And why 127 is so good is because it uses the word nisa for orphans. Muhammad says there's no orphanhood after puberty.
And notice,
right.
what's this, Travis? Notice, Khalil, do you notice what he's doing? He's showing everyone, he's trying to lie to other Muslims. Now, I look at you, Khalil, as a true Muslim, right? Someone that's not denying what Allah gave us, not denying what Muhammad did. And these guys over here are telling you that what you're saying is a lie.
Yeah, how can I deny the Quran? I would be worse than a Satanist, bro. I should deserve hellfire forever if I deny Allah's word
So
and am
call them
embarrassed of
out,
it. Right?
Khalil. Tell them that they're liars and they're lying. Because again,
Okay, I found
4127 says it
249.
clearly that these are girls.
I know it's sad that they claim to be Muslim and that they're embarrassed of Allah's word. It honestly gets me mad, bro. And they want to call me the disbeliever, but I mean, yeah.
All right. So here at 249, I looked at the English, it said women. I looked at the Arabic, it
So can
Here,
you,
man, I
okay,
can.
so even if you go to 4127, just do me that favor, bro.
Here, I'll put the word by word Arabic up, bro. I'm jumping in my truck. You know how many scholars back us on this? Here.
What you
Let's put up the word by word Arabic in 4127. Yo, it's like a breath of fresh air to have a Muslim in the room that like won't go against his Quran.
So on 4127, where does it
Uses the word after orphan. It
Neko,
says
bro.
Nisa.
Yeah, Nisa, wait. You're inferring that the orphans are children.
Yes, Muhammad says there's no orphanhood after puberty.
Or do you disagree with that?
You can say Muhammad's wrong here, but this is mutawatir. It's in every hadith transmission. So let's show the room so they don't think we're lying. So 4127. And this only makes sense because you don't call an 8. Let's say a woman at 60 lost her mom. You don't say, poor Betty, she's a little orphan. You don't say that. So I got the Arabic up. Hold on just a second. Here it comes. Orphan girls. Right here. Surah 4127. Now the word in the
Not
the
on the
word
screen. Yeah, there we go.
the word in
And
65.
sorry, Travis, what site are you using so that others can go to it?
Yep, I'm on corpusquran.com. You can look up the Arabic, and if you hit the word, it shows every usage of the word in the Quran. So what we have going on here is orphan girls, right? Muhammad says no orphanhood after puberty. This means that the word nisa is being used for prepubescent girls. But 65:4 is just in the context of wives. It's not necessarily women, it's not necessarily girls, it's just in the context of wives.
Well, Travis, in that particular instance, because the name of the chapter, as you said, is sort of talaq, which means divorce. Now, in that verse in 65:4, when it says "Wala illam yahidna," it's saying that you can divorce your wives. But if we can show from the Quran that you can marry little girls, then it can also be referring, when it says in the Sat, it can also be referring to little girls as well, as you said. There's a semantic range, so it would have to use that word if it is shown that you can marry young girls. Because what other word would it use?
Right, because this means if you just use a word for women, this means you could just walk up to any woman on the street and divorce her. But
Exactly.
like the lady in the grocery store, I divorce you, woman. It's synonymous for wives here. It's only just using the word for wives. You can't walk around the street and divorce random people, random women.
So again, Khalil, well done, Khalil, again for standing your ground. He agrees with wife beating. Now he understands that you can marry and divorce a child, a girl who has not yet reached the years of menstruation, confirmed by none other than Ibn Abbas, Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, and every single school of thought. Every school of thought agrees that you can marry and penetrate little girls. So now we move to the third one.
I mean, I don't know if Mr. Flag wants to respond before we move on.
Hey, James, how did every scholar translate this the way we are?
It's funny.
How are they so,
Christian, bro?
Right, Ibn Kathir. How are they all so dumb with the Arabic language? They didn't know that this is these are adult women here, where they're actually saying they're too young to menstruate.
Flag, can you come back?
Yeah, I'm still looking.
What are you looking for? I mean, we've given you the verses.
What?
I've shown you on the screen. What are
Yeah,
you missing?
Flag, while you're looking, can you tell us what you found so far? Are we lying?
He's not
Be
gonna
honest.
I'm still like I swear like I just
No,
now.
I know. I'm talking about for chapter 4, verse 127. Got a really weird echo. Have we been shown to be lying so far that the translators have translated that word in the side girls?
I cannot answer that yet, but I will answer that.
Do you have a specific scholar that you like? Let's just say, how about a specific school? Hanafi.
I don't follow a specific school, but
You have got a bad echo, bro. So well, he's just very ashamed and embarrassed. I'm gonna drop you that bad echo and then just request up again.
I can't get rid of it.
You need a headset, friend.
Yeah, TikTok has this thing going on where it's like you have to use like AirPods or something, or else there'll be an echo. I don't know what that's about.
Am I echoing?
No, it's only doing it for certain people.
Okay.
Maybe those that refuse to accept Allah's word, the echo.
wait. Before he drops, do you have if you found out that your religion in 65.4 is about consummating girls even under the age of 9, do you think that this is wrong?
Wait. 65.4 is okay. So
hold on.
If you
just
even
follow my
wait, hold on. No, you're saying consummation. You cannot consummate before puberty.
Okay, let's show you. I'll show it to you. So now watch this. In 65.4, there's a waiting period, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now the only reason for a waiting period is because of the penetration that happens.
Yes, yeah,
So
exactly.
in 33:49 in the Quran, in Surah 33:49, it says that if you haven't slept with her, if you haven't touched her, then no waiting period is necessary.
But James, so we should know his conscience first. If
we're
this
gonna
is
get there.
okay. I would like him to say if this is right or wrong before we go to it, because his conscience is going to work before he tries to justify it. You know what I'm saying, James?
Yep, got you, man.
Like, if you think do you think this is wrong? Do you think
tell me where in this verse it's saying?
Wait. Do you think it's wrong to sleep with prepubescent kids?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, now we can go. You'll justify it in a minute.
Where's 33:49?
33:49. Al-Hazar says that if you haven't touched her, then no waiting period is necessary. It says, or you who believed, when marrying believing women and then divorce them before you have touched them, then there is not for any of you a waiting period to count concerning them. So if you haven't hit her, there's no iddah. So you haven't touched her, you're good to go. She can leave you the day after you divorce her. She can remarry the day after because you haven't slept with her. But in 65.4, it says that these little girls, these little girls in 65.4, they have a 3-month waiting period because they have been penetrated. And we can see that through Ibn Abbas, Jalalain, Ibn Kathir, Maududi, and then just every single school of thought agrees with us, the Christians and Khalil. But Muslims are so embarrassed by the fact that you can penetrate these little girls, you guys start denying them. That's why we're asking, what school of thought or who would you like us to mention or bring up so that we can show you what they say?
If he needs the consensus, I've got it on the screen. I'm ready to go. If he needs it, I'll just little heads up.
Could you show me any school which says that you can do that with a preview?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. So we're just echoing through you, friend. Hey, you need some headsets, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I'll buy you one. But you have to be my friend on TikTok.
No, that's good though.
All right. You sure?
I'm sure. Thank
So the Hanafi.
you.
You
Sure,
got
the
the
Hanafi.
there? Okay, let me give Travis the big screen. There we
So
go.
this is the Hanafi fiqh going over the majority of the scholars, and this is from all four schools, by the way. You remember you said sleeping with kids is wrong. This is what Sharia would allow. The majority of the scholars are of the opinion that age is not to be considered. What is considered is the girl's ability to have intercourse if she's of great size and fat and able to handle sex with a man, and it's not feared that she'll get harmed by that. The husband is allowed to consummate her even if she has not reached the age of 9. But if she has a weak or slim body and it's feared that you'll harm her, you shouldn't be doing this. So the only criterion in Islam is if the girl's built like a piece of Texas toast, not like a piece of normal toast. So that's the only criterion in Islam, friend.
This doesn't mention puberty. It just mentions the age.
This is it. It only has to be able to go inside of her without ripping her.
No,
So
this
here's a
is
question
just
for you, my
saying that the age of this is just mentioning an age.
Should
but
you be
not
sleeping with
everything.
7-year-olds? Even if they reach puberty, if they start to bleed?
No, wait.
Okay. Because they just said you can sleep with girls under the age of 9.
Okay, by that logic in Christianity, you could as well.
Wait,
Why do you guys always jump to Christianity, bro?
It's okay. It's okay. Watch this. Watch this, guys. If it's wrong, if it's wrong in Christianity, that means it's wrong in Islam as well. Correct?
What?
Were you getting ready to say no?
I'm using your own logic because you
But
guys
hang
are
on, you
Christians,
just
but this
said
is the
it's
Christian
wrong in
stance that you can do
Christianity.
that with them.
Brother, you said it's wrong in Christianity, correct?
In Christianity, no. Wait,
It's
no,
not
I'm
wrong
saying
in
it's right in Christianity. I'm
So
saying
it's
it's
right
right
in
in Christianity.
He's getting twisted up like a number.
I told you you were going to justify this in 10 seconds.
I'm telling you, in Christianity, this is the stance that it just has to be that she has reached puberty and you can go with the marriage.
Okay.
Wait, hold up. No, wait, hold up. 1 second, bro. Let me talk to this guy. Why are you running to their Christianity, bro? You should be able to just, admit it, bro.
Okay,
I don't know
you
why
want the
you're
answer?
so
Okay,
to defend it so bad.
I'll give you the answer.
He's a
This
Muslim.
thing,
Like he's a Muslim. Khalil is Muslim.
honestly, okay, Khalil, can you recite Surah Fatiha?
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amin.
Boom shakalaka checkmate.
You think
Do you
we
know
paid
the
him to
6
learn
pillars
that,
of
bro?
Iman?
No, I don't know the 6 pillars, bro.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I'm not saying you're not Muslim, but like, if you don't know the 6
Well,
pillars
Muhammad
of
couldn't have read it better himself, friend.
and you did not pronounce the fact. How long have you been Muslim for?
Been Muslim my whole life, bro. What you mean?
Are you Arab?
No, I'm not.
What are you?
I'm half Pakistani, half white.
You know,
Okay.
Flag, I'm actually curious. Can you recite Surah Al-Fatiha for us?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What does that have to do with the argument?
What do you mean? This was your argument.
You're testing him to see if he's a true Muslim. He is the only one up here that's honest about the Quran and Allah.
Okay. Where have I been dishonest?
Hold on, wait, Flag. Stop trying to deflect. This was your argument about if he was a true Muslim. So it stands to reason if you can't do it, then you're not a true Muslim. So can you please recite Surah Al-Fatiha? Go ahead.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahmanir Rahim. مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Okay, takbir. Now, what are the 6 pillars of Iman?
Belief in the books, the Injil, the Torah, and the Quran. Belief in the prophets. Belief in the last day. Belief in the, what's it called? Predetermination, that everything has been determined already. Belief in the oneness of God, and
It's okay, bro, if you don't remember the last one.
I forgot the last one, I'll be honest.
Yeah, because we don't do that to test to see if people really believe things. You guys do. So by your own standards, you would have failed, by the way. but it's
Oh, I
okay.
think
But now, guys,
Sure.
we've taken this tour with you, Flag. We've been all over you, wherever you want to go. You got a bad echo. I'm going to drop you, and I want you to request up again, and we'll see if it helps. But it's just
it's
taking
with
away from
everybody.
the
It's not gonna.
conversation. So I'm just losing, and it's creating a bit of a mess. So request again. If there's any other Muslim, for those that are saying we liars and this, that, and the other, I'm giving you guys a chance. Please, Muslims request, right? Muslims request. We want to make sure, we want to check to see who is the true Muslim. Is Khalil a true Muslim or not? So Muhammad, are you a Muslim? Muhammad, you there?
You might have requested on accident.
Yeah. Luna, are you a Muslim?
Yes.
Okay, Luna, welcome.
And thank you.
Luna?
I mean, wanted to say thank you for what you said. You're right. We don't test people to see if they're Muslims or not. And that's one thing for me, I don't think it's right what some Muslims do to others, how they say you're not Muslim, you're not real Muslim, I do make the mistake of saying it sometimes, and I only say it to these radicals and what they're doing, all the atrocities and unaliving they're doing in the world. That's who I call.
Can I just jump in? I'm so sorry. I just want to, you said something important, so I've got to stop you there. You said they're doing something so nasty, so bad, so, the atrocities and this, that, and the other. Can I ask you this then? Can you tell me what is, for example, the alphabets IS? What are they doing that goes against Islam?
Unaliving
Name one
innocent
thing.
people.
Name one thing.
Unaliving innocent people.
Okay.
Unaliving
So
women,
let's
unaliving children.
Let's focus on that. Let's just focus on that, the one thing, unaliving innocent people. Are the Christians and the Jews innocent?
Yes, 100%.
Are the non-Sunni Muslims innocent?
Yes.
What does the Quran and Allah teach about how to treat these people?
So hold on. Actually, your last question, I gotta correct myself. Non-Christians and non-Jews, they were harshly criticized in Quran. People who worshipped stones and statues and things like that. So
I'm not talking about
take
them.
that
I'm
back.
specific about the Christians and the Jews. According to
There's this-
Islam, how are the Christians and the Jews supposed to be treated?
Supposed to be what?
How are they supposed to be treated?
With respect.
Okay. In the Quran, can you show me where it says to treat the Christians and the Jews with respect? In fact, according to Islam, can you be friends with a Christian or a Jew?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, God told.
I'm sorry, do you have a
God
Quran
told.
with you?
Hold on, I don't have time to look it up. I'm actually getting ready for work. I would love to come back and have this conversation with you. In Quran, as a matter of fact, it says that if you have any doubt or question in regards to scripture, go to Jews and Christians.
Okay, let's see what it says. Let's see what the Quran says. This is Surah 5.
Listen.
But it's okay. I just want to read this one verse. Luna, before you go, because you have to leave, let's just see this one verse if it's true. It says, "O believers, take not the Jews and Christians as friends."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's telling you not to take them as
allies,
friends,
as
as
guardians,
they are allies
right?
of each other.
Right,
so now hang on a
right.
second. So I asked you, can you be friends with a Christian and a Jew? What did you say?
I said I can.
You can. What does Allah say?
That refers back to where Prophet Muhammad was having a war with, they were in war and they were fighting, and he was saying, if you side with them, basically, if you become friends with them and side with them, then you're not like one of us, or you.
Well, let's see if that's also true. In Surah 929, Allah orders the fight people of
Okay,
scripture
wait.
until
The
they give
first
the
verse
jizya.
that you pulled, are you reading the verses before it or
I
the
can read
verses
I can
after?
read the entire Quran. I'm
Okay.
just showing you
Are
the
you
consistency.
Christian?
Yes,
Are
I
you
am.
Christian?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
So how would you like it if somebody dissects your Bible because
You do
you're
that every single day.
Okay.
Every single day for 2,000
and you know what?
years. Hang on.
It was
For
so
2,000
funny.
years.
Hold on,
James,
lady.
let
Before you
me-
manifest, hold on. Before you manifest, hold on.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know if she. Yeah, I don't know if she knows she's muted.
That's fine.
No, somebody muted me.
But let me just
Yeah,
before we let her just leave and stuff.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. I don't need to be disrespected, and
You're not disrespecting. I'm just showing
and
you
that's
what
fine.
the religion teaches. This is what
Try
Islam
no,
teaches.
Stay up here. I'm gonna stay up
you
here.
You haven't let me finish speaking. When people come and dissect the Old Testament, it is
They do
very
that every
harsh.
day,
There
Luna.
are things.
Here's the question, Luna.
Let me
According
speak,
to my
please.
topic, can you
I
tell
will.
me,
I will.
according to
Let
my
me finish
topic,
speaking. I will leave.
according to my topic, can you tell me which one of these is not allowed in Islam? Just before you leave, make that be the last thing you answer. Which one of these four things
Wife
is
beating
not
is
allowed in
not
Islam?
allowed. Slavery is not allowed unless you're supposed to free your slave whenever, or your person, your slave,
so you can have a
if they
slave.
want to be.
No, wife beating is
If
clearly
back
allowed.
back in the days, everybody had slaves.
Okay, let's
like
see if it's true,
don't make
Luna.
it sound like an Islam thing.
Let's see
Don't
if
make
it's
it sound
true,
like an
Luna.
Islam thing.
Luna, pay attention.
But anyways,
Are
no,
you
no,
allowed to
listen,
beat your wife in Islam, Luna?
No, you
in
don't.
Islam.
You're not
Okay,
allowed
let's see
to.
if it's true. Don't leave. Don't leave.
Listen,
what
you
you're
this
doing is
shit
that you
is
can run.
so old, seriously. Like I've been through this so many times. But listen, I gotta go.
Yeah, fake Muslim, bro. Yeah. Bro.
I've gone through this so
Can't be
many.
bothered. Can't be bothered. This is what happens, guys, when they send up the weak Muslims that don't want to engage. They just come up to lie. She came up to, oh, poor me. Oh, I know. We've been through this before. Yada, yada, yada. And she's asking about what if I dissect your religion? For 2,000 years now, they've been dissecting my religion. For 2,000 years, they've been trying to stop Christianity from growing. For 2,000 years. We've only just started with Islam because Islam was untouchable, because we knew that they unalived every Tom, Dick, and Harry, or Ahmed, Muhammad, and Kutum. They unalived whoever they could because they didn't want us to continue this conversation. But now we're exposing Islam. So again, this is my topic. If you guys want to come up and engage in the topic, you're more than welcome to. Please, it says Muslims request. Please, Muslims request.
James, she obviously never read the Pact of Umar or any of her fiqh books, right?
Not at all.
Right, that teach that once the Christians are subjugated violently by the sword, how the Christians are supposed to be disrespected. They're supposed to be smacked in the face when the Muslims collect jizya from them. The Hanafi school says that one of the traditions. Hold on, just a second, April. So, it's one of the traditions teaches that the tax collector is supposed to grab the Christian or Jew by the face, smack them in the face, and say, "Give me your jizya, dhimmi." You know, they're not allowed to ride horses. They have to ride with both legs hanging off the side of a donkey. They're not allowed to reconstruct churches higher than mosque. This whole religion is about how to subjugate people and to humiliate them if they don't follow Muhammad. She has no idea what she's talking about up here.
We say God bless you to Chris. God bless, bro.
Hey, salam alaikum, brothers. God
What's
bless.
up, brother Chris? What's up?
Chris, I just want you to know I did see your message yesterday, and I agree. just say that.
Love you, brother.
Okay, so April, are you a Muslim?
No, I'm a Christian, but I just wanted to make a point to that guy with the flag that was up here before, where you were talking about child marriage in Islam. And he was like, I don't think he was, like, to my knowledge, like, out of all them, child marriage is the worst one. You know, you shouldn't be having sex or whatever with a child. But if they're going on, if in Islam, the book, Muhammad, for an example, he's supposed to be an example for all mankind from back then to now, okay, for an example. I'm a Christian. I believe that Jesus Christ is the greatest man that has ever lived and will ever live on this on earth. Okay. So if Jesus Christ, when he rose a child that was 12 from the dead, called her a little girl, a child, and then he said on the Sermon on the Mount, if anybody hurts a hair on a child's head, they will feel the wrath of God, because it'll be so great, because God will not let anybody hurt a child. If you're supposed to be an example for all generations, Jesus Christ isn't the most exemplary man for all generations. If he knew that a 12-year-old little girl was a child 600 years before Muhammad came, how did Muhammad not know that a 9-year-old was a little child?
So let me give them a chance, sis. Let me bring up more Muslims, and then we can have them explain it. I have the same
Yeah, I
questions
would like to
you
explain
asked.
as well.
So just let me. I'm going to say God bless you, and then let you go. Thanks for coming.
I hope that made sense. I was just
Absolutely. We'll piggyback off what you just said. So Khalil, what did you say?
Yeah, so there was these Christians, like, mostly they talk about, oh, Muhammad said this and this, like, it's Allah's word that he follows. It's not just, he is the, the end all be all, bro. It's based off Allah's word.
Let's see if the guy below, Chris, Mr. Muhammad, you back again? Muhammad, please, guys, again. Muslims request.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
No, I'm Muslim.
Okay, so Khalil above, the guy on the top, he is so far the first Muslim that got 4 out of 4 correct. He said that according to Islam, you are allowed to beat your wife, you are allowed to marry children, you are allowed to have slaves, and eating pork in normal circumstances is haram. So I'm asking you, do you agree, Muhammad, with him, or can you tell me which one of these, eating pork, slavery, child marriage, or beating your wife, which one of those is not allowed in Islam?
All of them.
Say again.
All of them.
My man, can you put the mic closer to your mouth? It sounds as if you are gargling your breakfast. So again,
he said all of them are wrong, bro.
I'm saying all 4 wrong.
Man, are you Darth Vader? I can't hear a word you're saying.
He's talking on Bluetooth. Yeah, Muhammad, come off the Bluetooth if you're using it, because that's what it sounds like.
While you're doing that, Ilaf, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you're a Muslim, sis?
Yes.
Okay, so Khalil,
Can you hear me now?
That's much better, Mohammed. Let me just deal with Ilaf for a second. Ilaf, the guy on the top, Khalil, he is a Muslim. He's taken the Shahada. He's said he's Al-Fatiha, so we know that he's a Muslim. He says that the only one of the 4 that's wrong in Islam, or that's haram, is eating pork. Do you agree with him?
I said all 4 are wrong.
Well,
Well, yeah, to be honest, all 4 of them are wrong. Like, we're not allowed, like, in Islam, you're not allowed to hit a woman. However, it depends on what sect you follow, because there's 7.
No, that's wrong, bro. This says in the Quran.
Can I
This
finish?
is all Quran that
Let's give her a chance to finish, Khalil. Let's give her a chance to finish.
So basically,
You'll already
their
know.
second, if he's a Sunni, their second caliphate, he did not forbid beating your wife. In fact, he encourages it. But you can't come and say, oh, but the Quran says it's permissible, because you can't take the English translation.
Elah, what does Surah 434 say in the Arabic then?
Wait 1 second, let me get it out.
Oops. First, how dare you ask a direct question?
I know,
Let me get it.
because in this verse, and yeah, no problem. We'll give you time to pull it up and read it and everything else like that. But here it says that men are caretakers of women and whatnot, right? They're bigger, they're stronger than the women. But if a man fears disobedience, I want you to read from there.
Justification incoming. We're not prophets, but she'll justify it in a second.
You said 434, innit?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. 434. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فحصلت. So there it's just saying that men have authority over women. It's not saying
Yeah.
anything.
What I want you to read, Elaf, what I want you to read, sister, is where you'll see where men fear disobedience. I need you to read from there to the end of the verse, please.
Yeah, why did you stop reading?
No, I didn't stop reading. I'm telling you, I'm translating to you what the first thing is saying. It's saying that the men have authority over women.
Get to the part where it says وَإِدْرِبُهُنَّ.
Remember, I told you this, Elaf. I told you the first part of the verse tells you that men are superior over women. They're stronger, whatnot. They protect the women. And then it says, and if you fear disobedience, you see that in there?
Well, it's not like you're saying.
Go ahead, sister.
Yeah,
Elaf,
so
go ahead and read.
So Elaf, لنبدأن I think it says واللائي تخافون.
ولا تخافون, yeah.
The part it says is was
men have responsibility over women.
Okay, guys,
ولا
please.
تخافون, it means just like you don't be scared.
أنا أختي تفضلي, please just read.
I'm telling you right now, ولا تخافون, it means don't be scared.
I know. I'm saying لنبدأن. Let's start there. Can you just read from
Where?
there, please?
Just read the whole thing. Just read the whole thing.
I just said the entire thing between myself and I.
Okay.
I don't think
Can you
That's
read
not the whole verse.
وَضْرِبَهُنَّ.
But James, but James, she has to start at the section. Elaf, you have to start at the section that you just read. The part where it says, I don't have it in front of me. The part that says, "Wala'i takhafuna."
Yeah,
that section.
It means don't be scared.
Okay, can you continue reading from there?
You see, Khalil.
Well, let's just see if she's honest. Let's give her a chance.
ولا تخافون نشوزهن وفضعهن وأجورهن في المضاعج. My Arabic is not the best, so
It's okay.
Yeah, so what's the point?
You missed the last one, bro. Go ahead.
What's your point? I'm reading the verse.
Oh my God.
What's your
Keep
point?
reading, Elaf. Elaf, instead of getting upset, we need you to keep reading.
Upset. I'm telling you, the verse is in front of me.
You know what we see. You know that you see what we're saying in that verse. You won't read it because of it. Read the verse and be honest with yourself.
Excuse me, first of all, lower your voice down. You don't command me. You don't owe me. I can do whatever I want.
So now you're not going to read it.
Here, let's just all put it on the screen.
Can I talk to her? I'm a Muslim, but let me speak.
Yeah, but I want to put it on the screen so she can read it. Let's start right here. Let's start right here, Ilaf. Can I have the big screen? Well, I don't know what's going on with my phone. All right, so
if you see it where it says was ribuhunna, I think that's what it says.
Yeah, my phone's messing up. I got to reset it, I think.
Yeah, let's
okay. Yeah, it's okay. Khalil, if you want to say something to her, go ahead, and then I have a question for her.
Yeah, so if we read here when it says fil mazaji was ribuhunna, right there. If you read that, that's where it says the beating part.
The beating, okay.
That's it, man. Yeah, I've got it on my screen over here. Can you see that?
Thank you, James.
Seriously, it becomes stupid when they actually, as Khalil just said, man, this is not honest. What is this word over here, sis?
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, what does it mean?
Hit them.
So, are you allowed to hit your wife in Islam?
If it's necessary, then yeah.
So then, what?
Okay, so now you are. So this is the gaslighting, sister.
Why
This
did
is
you
what
say
we're
it from the
talking about.
beginning?
What's your point?
So hang on. Watch this, guys. Just hang on a second now. So we know now that yes, you can beat your wife. Number one, correct, Elaf?
Beating and hitting is something different.
Are you allowed to hit your wife in Islam?
Hold on. If your wife raises her voice at you, do not slap her.
Listen carefully. Stop talking. Yes or no? Can you hit your wife
No,
in Islam?
it's not yes or no. There's a tafsir for the ayah. You can't just come and say,
Can
you can't hit
you
your wife
hit
or no.
your wife in Islam?
That's not beating. Sorry, that's beating.
Okay, Alaf,
Okay,
stop being
if I
embarrassed,
hit
bro.
you
Come
once,
on,
did
this
I
is
beat
what
you?
I'm-
So
Yeah,
please
come
hang
on.
on, guys. Please just hang on. If I hit you once, did I beat you?
No.
Okay. Isn't in Islam, is the husband allowed to hit you?
If it's necessary, then yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Can you give me an example of when it's necessary?
If she raises her voice, if she disobeys him, this kind of stuff.
Okay, so yes, number one, yes, you can hit your wife in Islam. Let's go to number two now. Okay, we agree. You agree with Khalil. Yes, you're allowed to hit your wife if she raises her voice. MashaAllah. Let's go to number two.
James,
In Islam,
okay. Can she define beating? So that
Okay. I got tafsir al-Tabari. I got tafsir al-Tabari.
Stay right here.
But it's let her read
I'm
the
the
tafsir.
same verse. I'm using the same verse you just gave me. I'm just bringing the tafsir
Wait.
for the ayah.
Wait.
from Shia.
What does it mean to beat someone? Let's use your
No,
definition.
let her read the tafsir. Relax, bro.
Can I read the tafsir?
Go ahead.
No, we don't care.
This is Tafsir al-Mizan by
Look, Travis, relax.
Al-Tawa'i. Can I finish?
Yes, go ahead.
Right. So he says one of the most leave that. So there you go. The word itself here. I'm gonna show you it right now. My camera's not
She
working.
agreed you can get hit. She agrees you can
that's
get
it.
hit.
I'm not sure what we wasting.
You can get hit, yeah, because he has.
Okay, what is the
God
definition
has
of beating?
For a second, just
over
stop for a
you.
second. Just stop for a second, Elaf. You agree with everyone now? Yes, you can hit
Beating
your
and
wife.
hitting is totally different.
I'm
things.
agreeing with you. Listen, I'll agree with you. Even if I give it to you, I'm saying to you, yes, you might not be able to beat them, but you can hit them. How's that?
No. What is a beating?
Travis, you're asking a half-breed, half-brain to explain beating. Come on.
That's okay. I want to get
I'm going slowly.
Excuse me, you're calling me a half-brain, but I know more than you about Islam.
I'm sure. So
Yeah,
far,
but tell me
guys,
how
just
many prophets came
please
down?
hang on, shut up, and please listen. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying to you, okay, you're not allowed to beat them, but you can hit them. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
So you can hit your wife, and everyone knows that hitting is actually beating, but it's okay.
That's
Now,
what you
let's
think.
go to number two. Let's go to number two. In Islam, Khalil says, yes, you can have child marriage. Do you agree with him?
No.
Okay, now let's go back to the Quran that you have in front of you.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم.
I'm not sure which Satan you're calling to, but if he can leave Muhammad, he'll leave you too.
You're calling God.
65:4.
You're calling God a Satan.
Not my God is not your God. So
You
don't
have three gods. What are you on about?
No,
Okay,
James,
we'll
your
get to
God
them in a
followed
second.
Satan up the mountain, brother.
It's okay if you guys.
Your
wanna
God,
continue,
your
we
God
can
died on the
continue.
cross. You
It's
don't have
okay.
Your prophet
it's
was
okay.
controlled by like a sock
It's
puppet by
okay.
Satan.
It's okay. Let's go to 65:4.
respectful.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
Slave,
slow
I'm
down.
not sure why you're talking. Just shut it and let the sister came up first. We're dealing with her. So she agreed, yes, you can hit your wife in Islam. Let's go to number two, child marriage. Right? Let's work slowly now because again, remember the pace we have to walk at. So again, Elaf, are you allowed to marry and consummate the marriage with prepubescent little girls in Islam?
No.
Beautiful. Open your Quran to Surah 65:4. Khalil, watch this, Khalil. In the end, she will agree with you as well.
Let's see if she wants to go to the tafsir on this one.
Remember,
There's
guys,
a tafsir for everything.
he knows
If you
so
take
much about
any
the.
verse of the Quran without tafsir, then you're doing kufr.
Hey guys, remember
okay,
she knows
bro.
more about the Quran than us, even though we're teaching her her own Quran.
You're not teaching me anything.
We
Well,
just
you just learned.
You're not teaching me anything.
we
at
just
all.
taught you that women can get hit in Islam. When
I
you
think she already
first
knew
got
that. I
to the
don't think
stage,
she,
you said that they cannot. Now you've admitted they can. You learned something today. You're welcome.
And you want me to go for you?
Let's see if you
go
got this.
slowly again now. Let's
Get your Quran. We'll see if you got the same energy for them tafsir in 10 seconds.
Okay, let me lead with this, please, guys. Let me just go slowly with her. So now,
Yeah, Travis, calm
65:4.
yourself, bro.
65:4.
Calm yourself, child toucher.
So
Child
65-4.
And what, bro?
Guys, we're focusing now. 65-4. Can you check to see that you can read it in the Arabic, and we'll see what it says. Okay? Are you there? 65-4.
Khalid, we'll let you know when you're a mod up here, but we will never put PDFs in charge of this live.
Okay, and
By
what?
the way, guys,
I'm gonna say you gotta
by the way,
relax.
guys,
bro.
I just want to say something really quick, James. The people in the comments are saying that we're all ganging up on her. There's 3 Muslims on stage, by the way. Salil, Slave of Allah, and Ilaf. So I don't know why you guys are saying she's outnumbered. There's 2 other Muslim
I'm
brothers
getting
up here.
muted. That's the thing.
Ilaf, just let's focus.
Everyone
Everybody
is
just mute and let this me and Ilaf talk this through for a second, please. Okay, Ilaf. Are you on 65-4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you read it in the Arabic first?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. People want to hear what you're saying.
What's the point of you wanting?
Because you're going to come to a certain
You're not
part
gonna.
of the verse.
You're not gonna understand that. You're not an Arab.
I've got I'm not alone up here. There's many other people in the chats that understand Arabic, and they will see if
Good
you
for them.
see what I see. Okay, so I want to get to the part where it says the ones that have not yet had their menstruation.
Come again.
Actually, it's okay. In the verse, it's talking. It says, "As for your women who have despaired of further menstruation, if in doubt, their period shall be 3 months." Can you tell me what is the iddah?
Idda, you mean?
Whatever. I'm not an Arabic person. Can you tell me what is iddah?
Idda, it's like when a woman she gets divorced, she has a period of time before she gets married, which is 2 or 3 months.
3 months. Beautiful. Now it says the women that have despaired of further menstruating. Which group of women have passed the years of menstruating?
Depends.
Depends on what?
Depends on the age.
Okay, so it's the age. So it's an older person that has passed the age of menstruation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Then it says, and those who have not menstruated as yet. What group of females have not yet menstruated?
Underage.
Underage. And the last group, and those.
But it doesn't
who
say
are
that in the
pregnant,
Arabic, so.
and those are with child, correct? So there's 3 groups.
It doesn't say that in the Arabic translation.
Wait, so what does it say in the
Arabic
Arabic then?
say?
Let's go over that.
That's what I'm saying. It's not saying that in Arabic translation. That's why I'm telling you.
There's the Arabic.
English translation
There's
is
the
totally
Arabic. I've got
different.
the Arabic.
Okay, let's look at the Arabic right really quick, Alaf. Let's see the Arabic.
I'm looking even at the tafsir. Imam Ali
No.
never
Don't
said
go to
that as
tafsir
well.
yet. Read the verse. Start
Let's take it one by one. Let's
That's
read
what
the
you don't
verse.
get. We have scholars and the Prophet's family.
Okay. We'll get to the scholars in a second, Ilaf. All we're doing is reading the verse first, according to the verse. According to the verse.
It's kufr for me to
Oh
tell
my
you
God.
something and explain to you something without its
No,
tafsir.
Alaf, you're
Because
getting emotional. Just relax. Let's just go over this one by
Khalil,
one. Let's
you
look
don't
at
get it. Our scholars and our
Let's see what the
ulama.
scholar said.
Can I speak?
Let's see what the scholar said.
Hold on, wait, James.
Let's look at the tafsir, bro. Let's see.
It's kufr for any Muslim to take a verse in the Quran without it's kufr.
Okay, let's guys, just 1 second. Can we go to tafsir? Do you know what a tafsir is?
I've got multiple.
Okay.
Which one do you want?
Which one would you like? Ibn Abbas? Jalalain? Which one? Tafsir Ibn Kathir?
I'm
Which
not
one?
a Sunni. I'm not a Sunni.
Go to Ibn Kathir. Oh,
He's not a
I'm
Sunni.
not Sunni.
Okay, then back in the Quran. Let's go back to the Quran.
You're giving me Sunni tafsir. There's
It's okay. We can show it from Shafi.
It's okay. Then we go back
And
to
what's
the
wrong with
Quran.
the Sunni tafsir?
She's
Oh my
Shia.
gosh, man.
She can use the hand of an infant to gratify herself. I can show that from Khomeini.
Khomeini is not a tafsir.
Yeah, he's not an authority
He's a
anymore.
marja. He's not a scholar.
He was wrong when he said you can use the hand of a breastfeeding child to gratify yourself.
He's a marja. He's not a scholar. He doesn't have any book.
I think he knows
He
about.
didn't do tafsir.
Wait, he doesn't have a book.
He didn't sit with Ahl al-Bayt.
Wait,
Bro,
Hold on,
that's
he
it
doesn't
now.
have a book.
Okay, just we're going in circles with her because she's not really paying attention. She's proving that this is why it's hard. It's hard to have this conversation with us.
Let's just address this,
doesn't
bro.
listen.
Khomeini does have a book, and he says you can use the hand of a breastfeeding child
Yo,
to
stop
gratify
talking
yourself.
about that. Let's just address this.
Khalil, why are
Khalil,
you
just
up
hang
here
on, Khalil.
moderating this conversation, bro?
Yeah.
I'll put a crawling child in the audience, and you'll go there.
Yeah,
Calm
so
down.
Okay, cool, bro. You're
Not a
Khalil.
mod up here.
Khalil, just
Did
stay
he?
muted. Don't come off your mute. So lam yahidna. Ilaf, can you tell everyone what is lam yahidna? What does it mean? Come on, slave. What does it mean? Lam yahidna.
Excuse me, I'm not your slave.
The guy below you, sis, open your eyes.
It says it right there.
I'm asking you. Do you speak Arabic, slave?
No, I don't speak Arabic. I speak English.
Dude, what are you answering for, man? So again, Ilaf.
I could explain to you in English, bro.
Shut it, slave, Abdullah. Just sit quietly, bro. You like one of the dumb ones. Just sit quietly till we run out of Muslims to speak to. We'll call on you. Just sit quietly. Again, Ilaf. What is lam yahidna?
Wait, 1 second.
Khalil's at Baby Gap shopping right now for his wife.
Yeah, and what, bro? You keep talking.
Calm down, Toys R Us.
I'm very
calm down.
Come on, Ilaf.
No, I'm very calm, bro. You're the one that's kind of popping out with these comments, man. Relax.
Calm down, McDonald's Happy Meal girl toy.
Okay, so the reason I'm asking this, guys, in the Arabic, it's quite clear that this is talking about girls that have never reached the years of menstruation, right? Never. It's not talking about sick or elderly. This is why I wanted to answer the question, what is lam yahidna? Because it's telling you clearly that these are little girls that are being penetrated by these PDFs. Now, slave of Allah, Abdullah, do you agree that in this verse it's talking about girls that have not yet menstruated because they're too young?
But it's not talking about penetrating, bro. They're not talking about child
Let's go
marriage. They're
slowly.
talking about
Abdullah, because I said to you, I told you, you like the bottom shelf. We pick you and there's no one else up here. So again, according to the Quran itself, when it says that you can divorce, it says that you can only divorce them if they've been penetrated, correct?
Let me read that again real quick.
What is the
and
waiting
those
period
women
for?
who no longer menstruated
Abdullah, what is the waiting period for?
3 months.
What is it for?
It's for post-menopausal women, prepubescent girls, and pregnant women.
You can't pronounce any of the words you just mentioned, and yet there you are trying. You must have hurt your tongue. So listen carefully again. I'm asking you, the iddah is there for a reason, correct?
Exactly. That's the ruling. It's not about.
What
it's not
is
about
the reason for the iddah? What does iddah waiting for? To check what?
What are you for the menstruating for? What are you talking about? I just told you.
This is what happens. I told you.
Post
The reason
menopausal
is
women.
to shut it and listen. The reason is to make sure that the girl is not pregnant. You understand that now? Did you understand that? This is what happens when you try to open your mouth and your brain is.
They didn't say nothing like that, bro. They didn't say nothing like that.
Oh my
They
God!
didn't say nothing about pregnancy, bro.
For?
Where you get pregnancy from?
What are they waiting for? The bus?
It's a ruling, bro. It's a ruling.
What are they waiting for? It's to make
It's a
sure that someone
ruling, bro.
else isn't
Ruling.
the father.
You don't wait 3 months. It's a ruling. It's a ruling, bro.
Okay, let me go back here to this.
A slave of Allah.
You're on a different topic.
And they're not talking about child marriage or child having sex. It's forbidden.
Before you ask him about that iddah, what about the other verse that has the no iddah? What is that, sir? 33:49?
49, yeah. So
let's just take care of this real quick and then
hold on, slave. So this was
a second, Travis. All right, just a second. He's not Shia. Just 1 second. So, slave of Allah. It says in Surah 33:49 that if you marry a woman and you do not consummate the marriage, then there is no iddah. There is no waiting period. So if you do not consummate the marriage, there is no iddah. There is only an iddah if you consummate the marriage. Do you understand that, slave of Allah?
He doesn't understand much, but hopefully that was easy for him to understand. It's on the screen. Before you have touched them, there's not for you any waiting period because you haven't touched them. So if you don't touch them, they're good to go to the next guy. But if you have touched them, then there's an iddah. Surah 65:4 explains the iddah for those that have not yet reached the years of menstruation because they are too young. Abdullah, did you understand that?
Hey, slave of Allah, unmute yourself. You were good talking earlier. Talk now.
Please help me, ChatGPT. Elaf. I got the strongest opinion in Shia that says you can thigh a breastfeeding child.
Where's little girls at? But you keep
Oh,
on
let me
talking about
guide-
little
just-
girls,
just
bro.
let me guide
You
him
must
on
like
this,
little
please.
girls, you know that, right? And you must like little girls. You always talk about little girls.
Listen, stop talking. Let's go again. Watch this. This is hard, man. 65:4, right? Is talking about girls that have not yet menstruated, correct?
Bro, we were just at
Slow down,
33:49.
Abdullah, relax, breathe. And we're going to go slowly now because you're a Muslim now. We have to go really slow. Pay attention. In this, it's talking about three groups of females. The one that's too old, the one that's too young, and the one that is pregnant. The one that is too young has not yet reached the years of menstruation. The too young. How do we know that? We go to the tafsir along with every single school of thought, and it tells you clearly. Ibn Abbas, it's talking about some guy says, Muhammad, what about the waiting period, the iddah, for those who have not menstruation because they are too young, along with those who do not have it because of young age. So they're so young, they haven't had their menstruation yet. These girls are being divorced, and these girls have been penetrated because there is a waiting period. The waiting period is 3 months. Now, 33:49 says, if you haven't touched her, then there's no waiting period. But if you have touched her, there's a 3-month waiting period. Same thing with Jalalain.
All right, but
Jalalain
they're
says
talking
the
about
same thing.
marriage, but they're not promoting marriage on here. It's not promoting marriage.
It's talking about divorce, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But they're not talking. But look, they're
Slow
not
down.
talking about
Abdullah,
penetrating a young girl
you're not
or a
smart,
woman.
so you must listen more.
Check
You're
Ibn
not smart.
Kathir. Check Ibn Kathir.
Listen. You have to be married first, then you can get divorced, correct? You can't divorce if you're not married, correct? Try to be smarter than you sound now. Think about it. You can't get divorced if you're not married, correct?
Bro, they're not even talking about marriage or anything right now.
Are you
They're not talking
listening
about
to
none
what
of
I
that. They're
just
talking
said?
about waiting period, bro.
What? Oh my
The
God.
3-month waiting period.
This guy's slow.
You're too
Just like
stupid to be up here, bro.
let me tell you something. It could pertain to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's pertaining to eating paint chips, which you did as a hobby when you were a kid. So Maududi actually uses he goes upside the Muslim's head here and he says the Quran calls this a valid marriage. And since the Quran calls it a valid marriage, that no Muslim can forbid a thing which the Quran permits. So too bad Elaf just left, because I think she read through her sources and found that it is the strongest opinion in the Shia law books that it is not permissible to intercourse the child until she's reached the age of 9, and you can thigh her, you can embrace her with lust, you can touch her. There's no problem with it, even if she's a breastfed child. Too bad the half brain left.
Life, are you a Muslim?
Yes, I'm Muslim.
Okay. Where's the other one? They're gone. So again, guys, please, we don't have to shout all the time to you people. Please, it's on the screen. We're reading what your scholars have given us. We're gonna start again. So I'm not sure if you were here. So far, we have proven that, and you guys agree, that in Islam, in 434, you can hit, beat, or strike your wife, correct?
It is.
Anyone disagree with that?
It is, yeah, I agree. It is limited, like how Deuteronomy chapter 22:21 said, if woman is not virgin first
Oh
night,
my
kill her
God,
front of house.
bro. Jesus, man.
Why you going to be first? Because I'm opening your.
You can't say that word on here for one, and then two, what does that have, bro? Like, let me mute up, man.
It's the same dude that comes back twice a week. He gets flogged in Deuteronomy, and then he comes back tomorrow and he forgot all about it. So we have to remind him of such and such verses he was caused to forget that we beat him up with the day before. Same dude every week.
Let's try again now with YOLO. It's so hard. YOLO.
Yes.
Do you agree that according to the Quran, because so far we've gone through it, but since you're a Muslim, we have to, spoon feed you. Do you agree that according to 434, you can hit, beat, or strike your wife?
I don't know about that, but from the Quran it says about the slaves, if the slaves dies immediately from the
Can you
beating.
please focus? Please focus. We are number 1. We're moving our way down to number 4. In Islam, do you agree that in Surah 434 it says that you can beat, strike, or hit your wife in any way,
No.
shape, or form?
No, not beating.
Not beating, but can you strike her?
If it doesn't hurt her, like if you don't put any marks on her.
Okay, so the word that is used there, right, to strike your wife, I'm asking again. In other parts of the Quran, it tells you clearly. In Surah 434, it tells you that the word is to strike, correct?
No, because I told you before as well that I do not know Arabic.
You don't
That's
know
why
Arabic.
I was talking about the slavery, because that I know.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Yuza, are you a Muslim?
It's pretty sad that Yolo doesn't know anything about his religion, but he knows about Christianity.
I never said I don't know anything
makes a
about
lot
my
of sense,
religion. I
YOLO.
said I know a lot of things, but
Makes
not
a lot of sense, Yolo. You know nothing about your religion, but you want to talk about another religion. Yep.
So let me help you.
I'm
YOLO,
talking
I want you
about
to
my
listen.
religion,
YOLO,
but you
don't
guys
speak.
are running out.
YOLO, don't talk, just listen. So the word idribihunna in the Quran, in Surah 434, is also used in 260 and 3844 when it says to strike their necks. Same word or part of the root word is to strike their necks. You said you can beat them, but you mustn't leave marks. When you
I never
strike
said,
the
like, you are
necks
so
of the
stupid.
infidels,
You are so
must
stupid.
you calling me stupid? You're a
I
Muslim and
call
you
you
calling
stupid
me
because I
stupid.
said not beating them. I said like
You're
100
calling me
times, do not
stupid
beat
and
them.
you are a Muslim. Nice one.
Bro, please. Yeah, James is pointing out that the Muslim army, they were walking around the battlefield with toothbrushes. But I think there's no better person to demonstrate how to hit your wife with a flying karate kick than Muhammad. Now he said that you can't cause pain, but Muhammad loaded up a ultra mega Hadouken and hit her in the chest with it so hard that she thought she was 12. Sahih Muslim 974b, Muhammad struck his baby wife in the chest so hard she thought she was on the swing set.
So let's start again now. We've got to start all over again. Shady and Faizan, you Muslim?
Yes, I am. Yes, hello.
Hello. I'm starting again. According to Surah 434 of the Quran, can you beat, strike, or hit your wife?
Can I start with one thing, first of all?
Just let's start with Shady. Shady, yes or no? Can you strike, beat, or hit your wife in Islam?
No.
No. Faizan?
Am I allowed to explain or?
Yeah,
wait,
sure.
you're talking about
say
all
yes
these
or no
points,
and then
right?
explain.
You're talking about
Say
all
yes
these
or no
points.
and then explain, please.
No, is it or is it all of them?
Oh my gosh, we're dealing with number 1. Let's deal with number 1.
No, you can.
According to the Quran, is wife beating allowed? Can you hit your wife, beat your wife, or strike your wife in Islam?
No.
No. Beautiful. Faizan.
You could strike your wife in certain situations, yes.
So yes, you can then, Shady?
No, but not beat. The other
Okay,
two are
Shady,
not
can
allowed.
you beat your wife in certain situations?
No, not beat.
Not beat.
Can you strike your wife in certain situations?
Yes.
Beautiful. My Lord. Okay, Faizan, can you strike your wife in certain situations?
Yes.
Ahmed, can you strike your wife in certain situations?
Yes.
Beautiful. That's number one. So that means that's okay in Islam. That's halal.
But
Number two,
wait,
child
can you
marriage.
It is
stop there?
not
Can you
only
stop there?
Islam, other religion also allow.
Okay, we'll go to the other religions
Okay,
another
thank
day.
you so much.
Right
So we
now,
have to go
right
agree.
now,
Only Islam allow.
Ahmed, slow down. Right now, we're talking about Islam. So you guys agreed it's halal to strike your wife in Islam. I'm not arguing with you. We move to
Without
the
leaving
next
a
one.
mark.
No, but there's
Child
also a
marriage.
difference
Without leaving a
if
mark.
it's halal or
Okay,
if it's
guys in the
not
chat, all
recommended
the
or
women in the
something.
chat, you're allowed to be beaten as long. You're allowed. Your husband can strike you as long as he doesn't leave a mark.
And so what does that mean? It's not
No,
very
in
hard to
certain
strike, is it?
situations,
No,
yes.
and okay, let me say it again. Ladies in the chat, your husband in Islam is allowed to strike you without leaving a mark in certain situations.
And
in
James,
Islam.
is
Did I
if
say
I
that
hit
wrong
someone,
as
if
well?
I hit someone without leaving a mark, have I hit them very hard?
It doesn't matter, but you did strike
No,
them.
no,
correct?
no, no.
No,
Yes or no?
it's the thing
I'm
is it's also
confused.
it's not
Yes
it's
I'm
or
not
no?
like
agreeing
it's
with
not
you
like
guys. Hey, I'm agreeing. In Islam, you can strike your wife in certain situations as long as it doesn't leave marks if she deserves it.
but it's
And
not
No,
but
that
and
is
is
the
that very
third
hard?
it's
condition.
not recommended.
It is a third condition. First condition is different. First, you
I
tell
know,
her.
Ahmed,
but
Ahmed, I'm not sure whether
No,
what you're
I'm
doing, but
explaining my.
it's okay, Ahmed, it's okay. I'm agreeing with you. There's different rules and there's different things that have to happen, and this is the last resort, but it can be done. We move on. I agree with you
Wait.
guys.
Yeah, now it's kind of complete your statement, yes.
Okay, beautiful. Finally, different steps and yada, 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 but in the end, you can strike your wife. Beautiful. Now, number two, child marriage. So wife beating, wife striking, in all what I just said, halal.
James.
Number two. Oh man, come on, guys. I must be able to get
Oh
you.
no, now you're changing it again.
Okay.
Is it this hard? Is it this hard for you to keep
Okay.
Come on, James.
Let's try again.
You're supposed to be smart,
One
James.
day we are going to
Watch
die.
this. I'll try
So
again.
when you are
I'll
explaining
try
that, you
again.
tell, yeah,
Ahmed,
Islam have
Ahmed,
condition 1,
it's just
2,
like the
3.
noisy, you like just noise in the background. I'll start again. Let's see again. So there are different there are conditions on how to strike your wife, when to strike your wife, and this is the last resort. You're not allowed to leave any marks.
Thank you.
But it is halal.
Yes.
No, it's not recommended. So that's the difference.
But it's halal, it's halal. Shady, it's halal.
Okay, it's halal or not?
It's not-
Faizan is agreeing with me.
It's
So
in the
let's move on.
Quran. It's not recommended though.
So now I changed everything just to accommodate you guys. But okay, now we know it's halal in the right conditions, the right settings, yada yada yada. It's halal. Okay, Shady? Now, but it's not recommended. Everyone is not recommended, but it can be done. Just okay. Now we move to number 2. According to Islam.
But wait.
Okay.
That's the thing. Listen.
Okay.
If something is allowed, it doesn't mean it's halal necessarily. Okay, that's the thing. Something could be allowed, but it could be I don't know what's the word for English.
There's halal and haram. You're saying that there's something in between?
What's the definition of halal?
Permissible.
Halal, yeah, it means. Sorry.
Permissible.
Halal means you're allowed.
Permissible,
to do it, right?
yes.
So is it permissible to strike your wife in all the situations that I just gave you?
In all the situations.
Well, we've just been through them.
Yeah, but you have to mention it every time.
Okay,
James,
every
time.
time.
You have to mention it.
No, we don't. You've
You have
already
to mention it every time.
Fazan.
No,
You've
but the
already,
thing is,
every
you've
time.
already agreed, Fazan, that it is halal. The problem here is that Shady doesn't see it as being halal, even though it's permissible.
I'm saying
permissible is halal,
saying
so that doesn't
yes.
make sense.
If you look solely on Sharia, then it is permissible in certain situations to resort to that. Yes.
Okay, so it's not haram.
Then it's halal.
No,
Plain
but
and simple.
But we have to have it clear because
Lady,
it's not
is
halal in
permissible
every
halal?
situation.
Is something permissible, then it's halal, correct?
Not in every situation.
Not in every situation. Even if the conditions are met, then it could still be haram. You want me to tell you why?
Oh my Lord, this religion.
So the Quran is giving you, yeah. So the Quran is giving you permission to do haram stuff.
No.
Okay.
Haram. You
So
know how?
wait, hold on. The Quran, is it giving you permission to do stuff that's haram?
No, because these certain conditions
Okay,
that we have
thank
just
you.
talked about could be
434
met.
says you can strike your wife.
No,
Why
listen.
are you saying
Okay,
that
so
God
can
is
I
giving
explain?
haram?
Can I explain?
Listen, guys, Shady. We've established it, right? That
No, can I explain
yes,
one
you are
thing? I just
allowed
want to
in
explain
certain
this one part.
circumstances to strike
Okay.
your wife. And
No,
if Allah
can I
says that
explain this
something is
one part?
allowed, no, hang on. If something is allowed by Allah and makes it permissible, that means it's halal, correct?
James.
But can I explain this one thing?
Am I wrong?
Okay.
Just give me an example. Am I wrong in that explanation?
Okay,
If
so if
Allah
I
makes
hit my
something
wife,
permissible, if Allah allows something, that means that is halal, correct?
yes.
Thank you. Okay, so He allowed. You can beat your wife or strike your wife. He allowed that. That makes
No,
it
you can
halal.
strike your wife.
Next question. Child
Okay.
He
marriage.
skips it. He skips it. Look.
Yeah,
What did I
why
skip
are,
now,
why
man?
are
Come
you
on,
dodging
boys.
my me trying to answer this? Okay, so if I can explain this one time, let's say I live in the West, okay? I live in the Netherlands, okay? Here it's not allowed to hit your wife in any situation, okay? Then it's haram for me to hit my wife. You have to live according to the law where you live.
I
So
got
then it's
you.
haram. If you look at the hadith,
Listen, dude,
authentic
I'm
hadith
agreeing
of
with
Muhammad
everything
sallallahu alaihi
that you're
wasallam,
saying.
he
I'm
comes
talking
to
about,
listen.
brother,
He comes
please
to a
stop,
village.
Shady,
He comes to a village.
Shady, I'm talking in the sense of Islam in an Islamic country, an Islamic state, and what Allah wants for His people. Now you've agreed. We're moving on. It is allowed. If it is permissible, that means it's halal. If it's not permissible, it's haram. It's as simple as that. There's no go gray. Oh, maybe, nah, I'm not too sure. It's a yes or no. It's not a maybe. Okay. So now we know that yes, you can. I feel like I'm in the USA now. Yes, you can. But now let's move on to the next one. Let's see if the next one is halal or haram. Allowed or not allowed. Permissible, not permissible. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 260 people on this over here now, and over 144 people on YouTube. Guys, please keep tapping, liking, subscribing to the YouTube. The YouTube is The Agents 007, all one word. The Agents 007. The Agents 007. You can go back and re-watch these because it's entertaining and educational, right? So far, it took us at least a half an hour just to understand whether wife beating is allowed or not, just with these two guys. So you guys can always go back and watch them. Scott writes, tell her to go to the end of the road, lol. Thank you, Scott, for that. But notice, guys, this is why it takes us so long to get to the end of the number 1 to 4, because you have to break down. It's like, what is the definition of? What does this mean? What does that mean? It's extremely hard. It's hard. But now we're going to move to number 2, child marriage. We've just said wife beating allowed in certain circumstances, yada, yada, yada. Now, child marriage. Shady, I'm asking you first. It's an easy question. In Islam, are you allowed to marry and penetrate girls before their menstruation?
I'm not an expert on child marriage or something. I haven't done any research on that. I don't. I'm not interested.
Sleeping with an underage child, evil.
Sorry.
I'm asking you now. You don't know it in the Islamic sense. I'm asking you, outside of Islam, is it evil to marry and penetrate a child?
It depends.
It depends on what?
Well, it depends. First of all, where you live. I think.
In any country in the world today, any country in the entire world, if you penetrate someone, let's just say under the age of 10, are you evil for penetrating that child? Is that an evil act?
Yes, I would say so.
Beautiful. Under the age of 12, is it an evil act?
I would say yes.
Beautiful. I'm not going to push you to see where
Not in Nigeria, I don't think.
looking. I'll leave it there. So now, Faizan, I'm asking you, is it evil to penetrate a child before their first menstruation?
Yes.
Beautiful. So both of you agree that it's an evil act and evil comes from
In
Satan,
Islam, it's
correct?
wrong. Islamically wrong.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
see.
I'm not talking about religion right now. We just first
No, but I'm
establish.
saying I'm answering Islamically.
Okay, we'll get to that
We
in a
live
second. So we
according
both,
to Islam, so
we,
that's
Yeah,
I,
so
I
that
get
is
you.
the
I
only
get you
answer.
guys. I understand. So just let me understand now. But you both agree that it is evil to penetrate a girl before her first menstruation.
In
correct?
Islam.
I said
No.
real
In
quick
Islam.
for these people in the comments. I
Generally.
said it depends because let's say if I'm 16 and I have sex with a 14-year-old, is
I'm
this
talking
bad?
about your age now,
No,
my brother,
because
please.
for the people that are not understanding me here, I see cutesy or something.
Yeah, okay, but
If I'm
forget about
16
the
and I have
chats,
sex
please.
with a
Please,
14-year-old,
it's
is
hard
bad?
enough talking to me. Forget about the chats. Now,
No, it's not hard for me.
focus, please.
James.
Please focus. Please, guys. It's
James.
taking long enough to get to number 2.
James,
Oh my Lord, yes.
are you listening now? Are you listening?
Yeah, sure.
Yes? Yes or no? Not yes, sure.
Bro, he said yes. What's wrong with you?
Travis, be quiet.
Dude, I'll throw a rock at you and you'll
Travis, be
worship
quiet,
it.
please.
Yeah,
Okay.
James, honestly,
Faizan,
we might need
let's
to
just-
drop some of them because they're not,
Anyways, James.
when they all gather together, you can't. It's like you have to treat them like kids and separate them, put some in the corner, separate them, put one over there, make them face the wall. They can't, they just cannot.
Travis, you need to relax. Like, why are you so
Bro, I will. Dude,
aggressive?
It's okay.
here,
Forget
don't
about
tell me
Travis.
what to do, friend. I
Don't
will
look at
flog
Travis.
your prophet.
Yeah, don't be careful, Shady. Just
Oh, you
focus
think
on
I'm
me.
scared of that?
Focus on me, Shady. Focus on me.
Yes, I'm focused
No.
on you.
Just focus, please, because it's hard enough with you guys trying to read and talk at the same time. Now, you've said it's evil to penetrate a child. In Surah 65:4 of the Quran, 65:4, it tells you can penetrate them before their first menstruation.
I'm gonna grab it real quick, okay, and read it for myself.
You can do that. Slave is back. My gosh, it's like, are we... Slave, is it evil to penetrate a child? Abdullah, is it evil to penetrate a child?
He said it was wrong under 9. I wonder what he thought about his prophet.
You know, there was a dispute with the scholars, right?
Okay,
Bro,
So
I'm about
they
to.
putting her age of 16 and 19, bro.
Bro,
Okay, Abdullah, please.
That's like
Abdullah.
1,400 years ago.
I got a whole busload of scholars I can throw at you right now, friend.
Not
We're
yet.
not even there, guys. If we go
We're
to
not even
scholars,
there,
these guys
guys.
are too
Slow
slow
down.
to understand it. Sorry, Chris, what you say?
No, I said the exact same thing you did. Slow down. We ain't there yet.
Yeah, we far from that. I mean, these guys.
James, you remember that? You remember that wrestling move when there was a kid? They would pick the dude up and twirl him like a helicopter and then throw him across the ring. We're going to do that with the scholars in 10 seconds. Just let us get there first.
Okay, we're gonna
throw them
again,
all
we
on
have
top
to
of
go
you.
really slowly with Muslims, man. You know, I'm glad I did this topic because at least there's over 400 people that are able to see how hard it was for us just to establish what wife beating actually is and whether it's allowed. And then after all the umming and the ahs, these guys agree that yes, you can strike them. So now we've done the 1, okay? We've gone to number 2. Slim
But at the
Shady.
same time, they didn't talk
I
about the
read it.
prophet's
I read
hadith.
it.
What are you talking about, Abdullah?
The
Just
prophet
shut
never
it,
hit his
bro.
wife, bro. You never told people about that.
974B, Sahih Muslim. Get on that mute button.
What is he on about? Aisha being beaten?
I dropped him. I think that he might have ate a few extra paint chips this morning. So Shady, you said that you read 65:4.
No, I've read before that, and
Yeah, you can read as much as you want. Let's just get to 65:4, and I'll read it for you if you want, and I can put on the screen for you.
yeah, I've read it.
Okay.
You can put it on the screen for other people.
We're gonna go through it slowly so that we can understand it, and we'll understand it slowly because again, if I read fast and you're not listening fast enough, then you're gonna lose it, right? So let's go slowly now. It says, "As for your women who have despaired of further menstruating, if in doubt, their period shall be 3 months. The period of waiting is called the iddah. The iddah means that the period is to make sure that the woman is not pregnant, so the new guy that marries her isn't the father of that child. It's just to separate who the father of the child is. So the first one is talking about further menstruating, not for despair. It actually says in Hilali, it says that have passed the ages, right? It's talking about the old woman, right? That a woman have passed. Then it says their period is 3 months. Then it says and, meaning the next group, and those who have not menstruated yet, and those who are with child, pregnant. So the 3 groups, the older woman, those that have not menstruated yet, and those who are with child. We are focusing, where do you go now? Shady,
That's
why'd you
what
leave?
happens when you actually read it.
So
I don't know what happened, but somebody kicked me, I think. But
it's okay. No one kicked you. It's okay. But now we focus on this. We're focusing on the girls that have not yet menstruated. Now, before we tell you anything,
but it doesn't say it. Where is this from?
My
It doesn't
brother.
say that at all.
What? This is the Quran. What are you saying, man?
No, this is not the Quran.
Okay. Which Quran do you want? Arabic? What Quran do you want? Do you want which Quran? I'm not sure. This says Quran, right? The Quran.
Here it says.
You want the Corpus Quran? Which Quran
It
do you want?
says.
Tell me which Quran
Wait.
you want, please. Tell me.
Here it
Tell me.
says.
You know, Travis.
Bro,
It says It says. Sorry, lam. That means
Lam
not. It says
lam
not
yahidna.
menstruated.
Lam yahidna, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, what does lam yahidna mean?
It says not menstruated.
Okay, so they have not menstruated. Now, to understand who has not menstruated, because this means basically someone that has never menstruated.
Yes,
Okay?
exactly.
Okay, so what girl has never menstruated?
Anyone could have never menstruated.
Okay, let's go to that and see. Have you heard of a guy called Ibn Abbas?
Yes.
Okay, who is he? Is he a Sahaba? Is he the cousin of Muhammad?
That's the
Yes.
ego to Umar.
So let's see what he says, right? And then we'll see what Jalalain and Tafs and Ibn Kathir say. Ibn Abbas says, a man asked, O messenger, because it says, and such of your
Where's this
women
from?
who have
Where's this
this
from?
is Tafsir, my brother.
What
Tafsir Ibn
tafsir?
Abbas. Tafsir Ibn Abbas. Tafsir.
Okay, what? 60.
Commentaries for Ibn Abbas, 65:4. Seriously, can I read some more, or what are you doing?
Yeah, continue.
Okay. It says, as for your women who despair of menstruation because of old age. So we know this is the old. Their waiting period shall be 3 months, making sure just in case they're not pregnant. Upon which another man asked, O Muhammad, what about the waiting period for those who do not have menstruation because they are too young, along with those who do not have it because of young age? So now they make it clear that the young they're talking about that have never menstruated, that are being divorced, are the young. He says their waiting period is 3 months. Jalalain says the same thing. He says, and those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. Ibn Kathir says, the same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. So we know it's talking about prepubescent little girls that have not yet menstruated but have already been penetrated. The reason we know they've been penetrated is because in Surah 33:49, it tells you, let me go there, that it's talking that if you've not touched the woman, then there's no iddah needed. 33:49 says, O believers, when you marry a woman and then divorce them before you touch them, you have no period to reckon. No iddah is necessary for them because you did not touch them. Now, Shady, we know it's talking about little girls, correct?
Based on what you have showed me, yes.
Okay, and the best example to mankind for Islam was Muhammad, who married a 6-year-old and penetrated her at 9, correct?
I don't believe so.
Are you Shia?
Sorry.
Say again.
I said I don't believe so.
Are you Shia?
No.
Okay, so you are Sunni then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going against your Sunni religion. But now, this is not my point. I'm not even interested in that. According to this verse, it's telling you that before you touch them, no ida. But if you penetrate them,
How am I going against my religion, by the way? Just,
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter because all
How is
Sunni,
it okay,
all the
bro?
Sunni, all the Sunnis, all the Sunnah that we got, all the hadiths we've got says that she was married at 6 or 7, but every single one
They
of them
didn't start
confirmed.
counting age until menstruation.
Shady, are you allowed to deny a Sahih hadith that goes back to the Prophet, the Sahaba, or even Aisha?
Did you hear what I said? They didn't
Can you
start
answer my
counting
question,
age
though?
until
I understand. I understand what you said.
Till
I truly
menstruation.
do. I truly understand what you said. But you, as a
Okay.
Muslim, can you deny a Sahih hadith that goes back to the Sahaba, the Prophet, or even Aisha? Can you deny
No.
those?
No.
Excellent. So they're authoritative to you, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So in the Sahih hadith, when Aisha herself narrates that she was 9 years old at consummation, do you believe that Sahih hadith? Yes or no?
Did you hear what I said?
I
They
understand what you
started
said, but I'm
counting
talking
age
about
from
I'm
menstruation.
talking about a Sahih hadith.
Okay, but if they didn't start counting from menstruation, what does
Bro,
it mean? If she was,
stop. They made that up, friend. That's made up.
what age did you say? What age
No.
did you say?
My man. So you basically bang your head against the wall because you're saying you're going against Islam. Now again, we're not really interested in that, even though you are so wrong that it's shocking. It's shocking. Now, according to the Quran, you've agreed
But
that
you're
what
the
I've
expert
shown
on.
you,
You're the
my brother,
expert.
please stop.
You're the
Please stop.
expert on
Please stop.
having
Please
intercourse
stop.
with children.
Can
So
you
let's go
please
to a
just stop
different
for a
topic
second?
now.
Just stop. According to what I've shown you so far and what you've agreed to, is that yes, the verse is talking about prepubescent girls, that yes, you can penetrate them and that you can divorce them. You agree this is exactly what I've shown you. Now, someone in the chat said something. Someone in the chat said, yes, but Muhammad waited 3 years. He waited 3 years before he could penetrate Aisha, for those that are actually Sunni and actually trust Allah. Now, I want you guys to understand that Islam Q&A that gets over 10 or 20 million people, viewers, a month, confirms that the reason that Muhammad didn't penetrate Aisha until she was 9 was because she was not able for it, because her hole wasn't big enough yet. She wasn't capable of taking in his Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So all we're saying, and this is again Islam Q&A, says the fact that it is permissible to marry a young girl does not mean that it's permissible to have intercourse with her. Rather, that should be done. That should not be done until she is able for it. For that reason, Muhammad delayed the consummation of his marriage to Aisha. Why? She was not able for it. Again, from the scholars of Islam. Nawawi as well talks about it, and you've got all schools of thought talking about it. Now, he's running again. He's going to say that we dropped him, which we didn't. Now, again, guys, notice, we haven't even gotten past number 2. And there's 4 stages to this.
Yo.
Jay, are you a Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Shia.
Okay. According to the Quran,
Yes.
can you beat your wife? Can you strike her? Can you hit her?
Yeah, it's talking about a slight grace. It's not talking
Yeah,
about
doesn't
actually
matter, but
being.
yes, you can, correct?
A grace is not an actual strike,
Okay,
but okay.
does the word say graze or strike?
According to every interpretation, it's supposed to be grace.
What is the word? The word used in the Arabic. Can you tell me what is
Yeah,
the word?
the word is strike, but no one
Okay,
interprets it.
beautiful.
You
So
do
we
it.
interpret it to mean
Are
something
you
else. It's okay, brother.
are
It's okay.
you hold on. Are you like Ibn Taymiyyah that you read the whole Quran like literally
My
without any context?
my brother. All I'm doing is reading and repeating. That's it.
Okay.
So
None of
I read
our
it, I'm
scholars
repeating
said
it, and you are saying to me, no, don't read it and understand it for what it's saying. Let me tell you what Allah tried to say, correct?
okay, no worries. No one in the Islamic world, especially in Shia Islam, has done this practice. So I don't know what you're on about.
It doesn't matter. Your Allah says it's okay, correct?
Okay.
Okay, that's right. Now, so number one is okay. Number two, child marriage. According to 65.4 that I've just gone through with this guy,
Yes.
do you agree that 65.4 is talking about girls that have not yet menstruated?
It's talking about the girls who are, because of how do you say it, like medical conditions.
Show me
They're
where it
delayed.
says in the verse medical conditions.
That's how you interpret it, bro.
Okay,
What?
so again, I apologize one more time. I just want to interrupt you. So, ladies and
You-
gentlemen, again, remember, we read the Quran.
you-
Please don't read to understand what Allah says. Ask a Muslim what Allah means.
Yeah, don't read the Quran, but don't understand it. That's what you're saying, basically.
Also,
don't understand the Quran, just read it. Just read it. You don't need to
give me one
understand it.
second here, Jay. Give me one
I'm gonna
second
get
here,
my
Jay.
charger.
I just want to talk to James for 1 second.
Read the Bible, but don't understand the Bible.
Jay,
It's okay.
hello, Jay. Jay,
Yeah, but
give me
you
1
cannot say it
second. I
out
want to
here.
talk
It's
to.
just assume age. Like it doesn't
Y'all
make
hear
any
me
sense.
talking? Shut
What-
up. I want to
what
talk
in
to
the
James for a minute.
Where in the Quran
Can y'all be quiet? I want to talk to James for a minute. Stay
says
muted.
that?
All right, I'm dropping you. You're an idiot. Bye. Jay, stay muted or I will drop you as well. I just want to talk to James. All right. So, James, there is a reason why Shady is no longer on the stage. One of his Muslim brothers come in here and flogged him. He actually tagged him in the chat and he said, Surah 6:68. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you go to Surah 6:68, it says, and when you see those who engage in discourse concerning our verses, then turn away from them until they enter into another conversation. So what he was telling him was to leave the stage because he has no idea what he's talking about. So Shady was actually getting flogged for being up on your stage, James. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
So we got to remember, Jay, his imams, they trump the Quran.
No,
Yeah.
no, they don't.
They
Speak
determine what the
about
Quran means.
Yes, 100%. They have the authority to interpret the
Hey, was
Quran correctly
Khomeini
because
wrong?
they're divine.
Was Khomeini wrong when he said that you can
Mine
use
is
the
wrong.
hand? Yeah, was he wrong when he said that you can use the hand of an infant to gratify yourself?
I told you he's wrong. I
Okay.
don't believe in Khomeini. What?
Yeah, he's Shia too. He's wrong.
I don't
He
care,
says
bro.
that he
I
says
don't
this is
fo-
the strongest opinion, though. By the way, guys,
you know,
breastfeeding girls.
Yeah, you're following one random person from 2020.
You're random, bro.
Like
You're
what?
from 2025, and you're random.
I'm Akhbari. You know what's
Yeah,
Akhbari?
you're just as random as everyone else on the street, friend.
Yeah, brother, why you are doing fraud? You know that you are giving the fake
Hello,
reference.
Chaudhry. How are you, sir?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, brother, you are giving a you have
So
should have a
Chaudhry, slow down. Again, when you come up, don't piggyback with somebody else. What we'll
Come
do
on,
with you
man,
is we'll
don't
treat you like
oh,
everyone else. We'll get to the questions. We'll start with
Yeah,
number one.
yeah,
And stop
yeah.
talking when I'm talking, please.
Yeah, you
Okay,
are not my
we're gonna
father,
stop
man. Come to
talking.
the
I said
point.
stop talking. Okay, so we're gonna start now. Don't piggyback with someone else. Don't ask us why we this and why we that. We're
Start
gonna
question.
start right from the start. Again, can you tell me which one of these four is haram?
Child marriage, slavery. Actually, it
Wife
was
beating, child marriage, slavery, or eating pork? Which one is allowed? Which one is not allowed in Islam?
actually you really don't know about because you know you have to mention, you have to explain. Islam is not like a joke that within
So
1 second.
explain
Give the
which
answer.
one is not
Okay, yeah,
allowed.
okay, I give you. Wife beating is allowed in
Okay.
case your wife do adultery, just like in Christian women do adulteries, they have boyfriends. So in order to stop the woman not to do adultery, you can just stop her. Not like that.
Okay.
You are beating like a stick. Because just like in Christian, they allow their mothers to have a boyfriend.
All right, calm down before you beat yourself to
It's
death
okay.
with your lips, friend.
You a son of Mutta, but it's okay. Answer the question. Go to the next one.
I give you the answer, and the second
Mutta boy,
was
go to the next
child
one.
marriage.
Go to number
Child
2.
marriage. Second question, I give you the answer. The child marriage, first of all, there is no any proof what was the age of Aisha. It is a Christians
We're not
and
talking about
Jews.
Aisha, we're talking about the Quran.
What is
According to Islam,
nothing
according
written
to
in the Quran
Islam,
about
can
child
you
marriage?
marry a child?
No, in Islam, in Quran, there is no child marriage mentioned that you can marry with a child like a Saint Mark marry with a 5-year-old.
So when you go to the
It is in the
Quran,
Christian. It is
so
in
when
the
you go
Christian, they
to
can
the
marry
Quran,
5-year-old girl.
Chaudhry, you're gonna shut up. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're up here lying upon your own religion, and
Yeah.
Allah's gonna strike you down if you keep lying upon Allah. So in 65:4, these women who do not menstruate, who receive an iddah, who are they?
Can you repeat your question?
Jibril snatch your tongue or what?
You keep muting me. That's why I'm just okay. Question me
Is that
again.
your wife
because
crying in
you-
the background?
Yep. Yeah, we muted you because you're a run-on sentence, bro.
Come on, bro. Just come to the point. Be mature, man. First, you are keep giving wrong reference because you know what happened. All the Muslims.
Hey,
have been-
Chaudhry,
Okay,
answer
have
my
one.
question. In 65:4, the ones who have not menstruated ever, who are they that have an iddah?
He's gone.
He's a whole sentence all in 1 second.
So Haq has been saying that I must drop all you guys and he wants to debate me one-on-one.
I'll just stay
Oh
muted.
yes. Oh yes. I don't think you need any cheerleaders, James. You're a grown man. I'm sure you can have a discussion.
So let's go through this then, Haq, right? Without no cheerleaders.
Before we
let's
go,
through
hold
this.
on, hold on. Before
Don't-
we go
no,
through
no,
it,
no,
let's,
no, no,
let's,
don't
let's
give
go
me
through
no
some
rules.
conditions.
You don't
first.
dictate. You don't
Stop-
dictate
stop
anything
All
for
talking.
right.
Abdul.
So
Stop
this is
talking.
why.
Haq, stop talking. We have a topic. You came up. We gotta face the topic. Okay?
I talk on several conditions.
I don't
The first
care about
con-
your conditions. I'm not your dhimmi. You are my
The
dhimmi.
first
You came
condition-
to my live. We have a topic. Would you like to
You're being
engage in the topic?
disingenuous.
Would
You're being
you like
disingenuous,
would you
James.
like to engage in the topic or cry? You pick it.
Yes, I will engage in the topic only
Beautiful.
if we get
So
equal,
which
equal
one
time
of
to
these-
talk. No.
which one of these
There's
is wrong
I
in
have one
Islam?
condition.
I don't
We have
care. But
equal
again,
time to.
I'll say it slowly. So you can hear me. I don't care about your conditions. We have a topic. If you're too chicken to deal with the topic, then go and pluck at something on the ground, not a stone, because it might be the holy one. So again, we have a topic. Which one of these is wrong in Islam? So number one, in Islam, are you allowed to beat your wife? Haq. In any way, shape, or form, are you allowed to strike, hit, or beat your wife?
First and foremost, I know you want to try to govern me to talk the way you want, and you don't want me to talk the way I want. Because if I talk the way I want, this debate won't last very long. And if you're man enough and not to chicken out by muting people and having a straw man argument and taking your own book out of context when you bring this argument, by the way, are you willing to have a proper conversation? If you are, I'm willing to engage in this direct topic with you.
I'll try.
But I will
one
do
more
it.
time.
I will do it. But I will do it from the Bible.
Shut up and listen carefully. One more time. I have a topic. You requested. You came up. I'm asking you, which one of these is wrong in Islam? Are you able to engage?
Do you believe they are wrong?
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's okay, Travis.
No,
it's
no.
okay.
Let's start there.
It's okay,
Let's start
Travis.
there. Do you
it's
believe they
okay.
are wrong, James?
So I want
James.
this.
Do you?
let
No,
me
no.
just- Let me just shut up.
I'm trying to
Shut up.
understand
Shut
your
up.
standard. Do you
Shut up.
believe they are wrong?
I need you to shut up because you're starting to annoy me. You just came up, but this is
Your
why
Bible
don't
says
shut up.
you can chop a woman's
Shut
head.
up. I'm asking you again, one more time. Shut up.
Your
Shut
Bible.
up. So, guys, I want you guys to notice what happens. This is what happens.
Right.
They come up, right? They want to have debates. They
Let's
want
talk.
to have conversations, but they want to do it according
Let's
to
talk,
what
you hip-
they want to do. So he came up because of
Come
the
on,
topic,
hypocrite.
which says simply, it says, which one
Your
of these is
Bible
wrong in
says word.
Islam? In Islam, it says, is wife beating wrong? The topic says, is wife beating wrong? Is child marriage wrong? Is slavery wrong? Is eating pork wrong? Now, this is the question. But notice what happens when a Muslim comes up, this guy that wants to have a debate. He can't address the topic. He can't focus on the topic because he's scared of the topic. Because this topic over here is, and I'll tell you, I'll be honest, from what we've understood now from our group, when it comes to the morality of Islam, this is what causes people to leave Islam. The morals, people, the wife beating, the sleeping with children, or having sex slaves and 4 wives. People don't want this. People aren't looking and saying, oh, this sounds like a great religion. Let me join Islam so I can beat my wife. They run away from this nonsense. They're going to themselves, this is awful. This is disgusting. This is sick. So the reason for this topic, and I'm glad I did it today, is because I want the Muslims to listen to these other Muslims and realize how careful you have to be to accept this rubbish. So, Haq, if you want to come up again and focus on the topic, you're more than welcome to. So we've got Blamekey.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, I can, sir.
I'm good. Yes.
So again, my man, are you a Muslim?
Yes, I'm a
Are
Muslim.
you married?
No.
Okay. Can I ask you, your dad, if your dad beat your mum, would you high five him or would you be upset with him?
I will be upset with him.
If your dad came home and he said, my son, I want to introduce you to your new mother. She's only 9 years old. Would you be happy with him or upset with him?
Just cut to the chase.
I'm cutting to the chase, but you'll get there with me. Would you be happy with your dad if he came home with a 9-year-old new mother?
No.
If your dad came home and he says, listen, man, I got these 2 black slaves, would you be happy with him?
I don't know.
You wouldn't be happy.
Depends on
Be
how
happy with him?
depends on how he treated them.
Okay, so you can have slaves in Islam.
Yeah, in that time, yeah.
No, I'm talking about now. You're not living then, are you?
I mean, depends on how you treated them because in
If
Islam,
you're so yes,
we
you're
can.
allowed to have slaves this in 2025.
No.
So again, if your dad came home tomorrow with 2 black slaves, would you be happy with him?
Why is it gotta be black?
White slaves. Your dad came home with 2 white slaves. Would you be happy with him?
Nope.
No. But if he came home with 2 black slaves, you'll be happy with him?
What point are you trying to make?
Muhammad had black slaves. I'm just trying to use Muhammad's idea. So far, you're not happy about the wife beating. You're not happy about child marriage. You're not happy about slavery.
God, dude.
If your dad came home and he served you pork for dinner, would you be happy with him?
While you're talking, James, I muted him while you're talking.
No,
It
no,
sounds
no,
like
no.
he. Hey, are you drinking your?
No. What's wrong?
Okay.
Okay, so everything so far that you said, you disagree with, right? You disagree with wife beating, you disagree with child marriage, you disagree with slavery, and you disagree with eating pork, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's the question. Dude, Travis is right. Now, Travis, you're making me focus on him breathing through a snorkel.
Yo,
So
you
again,
shouldn't drink the air. You should breathe it.
I want to ask you now, according to you, according to Islam, dude, I'm not sure what you're doing, man. According to Islam, which one of these 4 is allowed?
Number
In fact,
3.
which one of these 4 is not allowed? In Islam,
Number
are
3.
you allowed to beat your wife?
Number 3. No.
You're
Number
not
3.
allowed to.
Slave.
So you're
I mean,
not
in
allowed
that
to have
time.
slaves. I'm trying to work this out, man. Come on, Muslims, where you guys at?
Man.
You started it. What are you doing?
Never mind, man. Let me get another one up.
Yeah, I don't even know if he knows where he is right now. And like you asked this man, like, what is 1 + 1? And he like,
It's your Bible that allows all four of these, and I will prove it.
Hey,
Is there
Hawk.
someone talking?
Hey, Hawk, we're gonna
Your
mute up.
Bible allows all of them. I'll prove it to you now.
One-on-one. If you go to the Bible or talk
you're a
over
man,
a
let me
Christian
prove
on the
it to you.
stage like you are right now, we will drop you because you don't own this stage. We do. You are our Dimmy on this stage.
The last dude had a snorkel on, bro.
Ask any question.
Salam
I got
alaikum.
one.
Salam alaikum.
Okay. So now, are you allowed to beat your wife in Islam?
Slightly.
Are you allowed to marry children in Islam?
That's not true. Right there, there's
I'm
no
asking
proof
a
or
question. Are you allowed?
evidence. There's no evidence there.
Okay.
You're
But
just assuming. There's no age.
Okay. In Islam, can you marry a child before her first menstruation?
It doesn't say anything about a child because at the time with the period, it was different than now.
Okay. Again, we're not talking about a child and different then and now. We're talking about the Quran itself. According
The Quran,
to
it
the Quran,
doesn't say age about the person. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Now we're gonna go there. So again, according to you, yes, you can beat your wife. Now we're number 2, where
Slightly.
65:4
To discipline the wife.
Yeah, you can discipline her. I agree with you. Okay, you can discipline her as much as you want. That's up to you. But now
No, it's not as much as I want. It's if the wife is doing something wrong, I need to discipline her. That's all.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Slightly.
Discipline her. Well done. All you Muslim women, remember, if you marry this guy, Oni Oxy J, he will be disciplining you if you step out. So don't step out because he will.
That's if she cheat on me or do me dirty. What are you talking
That's right.
about?
You do him dirty, he's going to 430 for you. See that, man? I'm supporting you. So now, according to 65:4 in the Quran, 65:4, it says that it's talking about divorce, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
there's
you
three types
misunderstood
of-
that part of divorce. I know what you're talking about. You misunderstood the part of divorce and you made it your way and your assumption.
Okay, you tell me, what did I misunderstand?
That you misunderstood the fact that you claimed that it was a child and it doesn't even specify the age. If
Okay,
it,
are you a Sunni Muslim?
huh?
Are you a Sunni Muslim?
What that has to do with anything?
Do you take
I'm not
tafsir?
asking. I'm not talking about that. Let's keep
Do
talking
you
about
take
the topic.
tafsir?
Don't change the topic. Keep going.
I'm on the topic, you muppets. I'm asking you, do you listen to the scholars when they explain the verse to you?
I do. So
Okay.
what's going on with the
Now
verse?
that you do, let's look at the scholars and see if they agree with me or if they agree with you. How's that?
I'm listening.
Well, let's go to the scholars.
How about you pick the
Islam.
scholar? Oh,
And-
sorry.
Sorry, what did you say?
I was going to say, James, can we let him pick the scholar?
Pick the scholar, brother. Which scholar do you like best? What school? What school do you prefer, bro?
You think
And
so?
scholar.
Okay, just pick the one that you think so badly that is about child.
I'm an Ibn Kathir fan. What about you? I like Ibn Kathir.
Huh?
I like him too, man. His beard is really big. Ibn Kathir, you like him?
We'll give him 3. Okay, we'll give him 3. So now we're talking about girls that have not menstruated as yet, correct?
And I already explained that menstruation back then was different than now.
I know it was because of the climate and the water. The Zamzam helped them mature faster. So we're going to go to tafsir. Have you heard of a guy called Ibn Abbas?
What you mean mature faster? They mature later on. What are you talking about?
Oh, no,
Now they
later. Yeah,
mature
that's right.
faster.
Yeah, but I agree with you. It was the Zamzam water it made them wait till later. So a 6-year-old is actually 60 years old and yada, yada, yada. But okay. So now, have you heard of a guy called Ibn Abbas?
What happened with him?
What happened with him? Well, he was a 10-year-old man and he was above anyone else's attendant. It's okay. Now, he's going to tell us what the verse says. This is the tafsir for 65:4. Do you know what a tafsir is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what he says. He says, and such of your woman as despair of menstruation because of old age, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're in doubt about the iddah, the waiting period, it shall be 3 months. Do you agree with that so far?
Nah.
Okay, let's keep moving. Upon which another man asked, because it was normal back then, "Oh Allah, Mr. Muhammad, what about the waiting period for those who do not have menstruation because they are too young, along with those who do not have it because of young age?"
Okay.
Now, they are so young that they haven't reached the years of menstruation. An average girl gets a period around 12 years old.
Okay, but this is explaining
Back
that they
then,
penetrated them. That's what I'm pointing
we're
out.
gonna get there in a second. I'll show you why they've been penetrated. Right? I'll show you why. So do you agree now we're talking about young girls?
Yeah, in that part, yeah.
Jalalain, because of their young age. Ibn Kathir, the same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation. So I can give you more, but we'll stop there. So we know we're talking about young little girls, correct?
All right, but it's not
Beautiful.
saying a specific that they penetrate the young
Now
girl.
we're gonna see. Watch this now. Watch this. Thanks for it's a fantastic question. So it says that there's a waiting period, correct? That there's a waiting period of 3 months. Do you agree with that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now watch this. The reason for the waiting period is the iddah, meaning to make sure the girl is not pregnant. Now watch, I'm going to show you this. In Surah 33:49, it says, if you haven't touched these girls, then there's no need for a waiting period. Right? It says, oh, when you marry believing women, then divorce them before you have touched them. Before you've touched them, then there's not for any of you a waiting period. So there's no waiting period if you haven't touched them. But if you have touched them, then there is a waiting period. So in 65:4, it's saying that there is a waiting period, meaning that they have been touched.
But my question is, where is the age? That's what I'm asking you. The age.
We haven't got there yet.
Because it could be 15, 16.
We haven't got there yet. Slow down. We're
All right.
first showing you, because you asked this question. You asked this question, how do we know they've been penetrated? So now do you agree that the girls in 65:4 have been penetrated?
I do agree in a part because it doesn't specify the age. That's what I'm pointing out. You
No, we're
claim
not
that
talking about age now. Before we get to age, do you agree that we are talking about girls that have been penetrated in 65:4?
Yeah, I do agree.
Beautiful. So now let's go back to 65:4. Go back there. So now it's talking about those young girls, right? They're so young. Now, before we move on to the age, can you tell me, would you sleep with a girl that's so young that she hasn't reached the years of menstruation?
What do you mean? There's even girls that doesn't have their
I'm talking about normal girls now before we talk about sickness and all that, because this is not talking about sickness. Because in Islam, the verse is basically saying, and this is people like Muhammad Hijab said, that it doesn't give you an age, meaning any age is allowed, even a 5-year-old.
No, it doesn't say
even
that.
a 3-year-old, because it says because of young
It doesn't
age,
say the age.
before they reach the years of menstruation.
Guy,
Now,
you're making assumptions.
I'll show you. Hang on. Travis will show you in a second, but I'll show you from the school of thoughts. Let me just see if I have it available. I will show you that you can penetrate these girls. No, go on, Travis. We're going to show him.
I was just going to ask which school he follows. Shafi, Hanafi, Maliki, Hanbali. What you like?
What?
What school of fiqh do you follow? What madhab do you follow?
Sadi. I don't know how to say it.
Al-Sadi?
Shafi?
Yeah.
Al-Sadi. This one?
Oh, he agrees with us.
Okay, let's see what he says. Is this the one he's talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what he says.
Cool, by the way.
And those who have not menstruated means the young who have not yet started to menstruate. The young who have not yet started to menstruate. Adult women who have never menstruated are like those who despair of menstruation. So he's making it clear that they haven't even started to menstruate, not because of sickness.
Okay, but it could be at 16 and an 18-year-old doing that.
Come on, dude. Please try not to be so thick. You
It's,
smart. You're a
bro,
young man, man.
it's
You
not
got
that
a
I'm
young
being
brain.
thick. I'm being realistic because back then the menstruation was different than now. What are you talking about?
How do you know that?
Because it's scientific proven. And right now,
give me the evidence. Scientific proven. You said. Show me the
okay,
evidence.
I'm gonna give it to you. Hold up, because I'm using the bathroom right now.
What do you?
So he's saying and you're reading Quran. So really, hold on. You're not supposed to do that, Jahil. So you're in the house of Satan reading the Quran. So was Muhammad, by the
Bro,
way.
he
Chapter
could have
1.
said
But-
anything, bro. He could have told us anything but that, bro. What in the world?
So he put an expiration date on the
to
Quran.
him like Muhammad was getting Al-Fatiha.
It's funny because I'm sitting here at work like doing other stuff and I'm like half listening. That was the one thing that I heard, bro. My God, bro. You could have said anything but that, bro.
Ella, are you a Muslim?
Hi guys, no, I'm not Muslim. I'm ex-Muslim, and I come up so I could read a hadith for Shia who is in denial about child marriage.
Sure. Can you just read it first because there are Shia in the chats.
Yeah, in Tahsib, it's Sheikh Tusi, volume 4. It said the Shia has imam, and in their F imam, a man asked from him, is it allowed to marry a girl that has not that is not what do you call it? My English is very bad. You know,
What other languages do you speak, sis?
Persian.
Okay, I mean,
You know the girl the period you get mature. What do you call that period?
Prepubescent.
No. After 12
Puberty?
to
Puberty.
Puberty.
Puberty,
Yeah.
yeah.
Puberty. Yeah. They ask Imam Reza, is it allowed to a woman that is in that age? And he said, yeah. You are allowed to marry a virgin woman who is in that age. And if the father choose the marriage, can the girl deny the marriage after she got mature? And the imam say no, she cannot. The woman only can decide when she is a divorced woman. Yeah, that's what I wanna say. Yeah.
Well, there we go. So you see, even in Shia, guys, even in Shia.
So I found the source.
Sure.
There.
If you leave the app, we can't hear you.
Onyx, you appeal to Asadi, who's a modern day
Boys, Ella,
scholar
God
that
bless you.
agrees with us.
Yeah, I wanna
Thanks, Ella.
mention something else too. In
I know, but let me read
33:49.
it.
Yeah, just 1 second. In 33:49 that you pull up, there is something that is Arabic, but it's not translated in English. That you should think about this tamsahuna. That means literally something else going in something else means penetrate. So in that ayah, it doesn't say touch. It literally means you penetrate.
Yeah, I was trying to keep it TikTok friendly.
Yeah.
Or else TikTok will drop the live.
Can I read the thing? Why
No,
the
you
woman
give me the site first, bro. Tell me the site that you're on.
So it's literally on all over Google. Like you can look it up yourself too.
If I just do the search all over Google, I'll find it.
You
Just wanted to be while take a quick break, guys. The YouTube is called, guys.